Excuse me. That is your prerogative. Cool. We got everybody? Oh, it's Phil not in the chat. Oh, no, he's not. Yeah, that's cool. Cool.
Why is the cooker so different? Just... Oh, it's ear.
Ear.
1.
Yeah, I came very close to spoiling things yesterday when, Charlie, when you were like, oh, I've just finished the episode. I was like, oh.
Yeah, sorry, when I said last week, I meant like, as in
Yeah.
last week, including Monday, like counting a Monday.
No, why did I...
Yeah, that was a really good ending, and yeah, like they'd used the set stuff in the show like a little bit, but like the ending, they really turned it up a notch.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah, absolutely.
I say they. Apparently, it's Matt Murphy does all the has the controls for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I wondered if there was like production team or something.
He's got like essentially like a stream deck behind his DM screen.
Right.
That does. He's got an iPad with like sounds on it, and then a stream deck with like light button. They did a video that showed like the full set and stuff. Like a behind the scenes video that showed it, and it showed like behind his screen very briefly as it went past. You could see it. It's a pretty neat little setup. I'm not at all jealous. But you know, that's what happens when you make like over $1 million in ad revenue, right?
Yeah,
Or
I mean they've got the budget. Yeah.
Critical Role were on the top of the Twitch league for
Doesn't
payouts.
surprise me.
Yeah, they were. I also had the unfortunately I had the ending of this week's episode spoiled by myself.
Oh, really?
Well, the problem is I've not watched any Critical Role before, and so they referenced stuff, and I was like, I can't remember what I was looking at. I was basically like just flicking through the wiki,
Yeah.
assuming nothing big would happen. I was like, I think I was like reading up on like exactly because they keep talking about like, different parts of the continent. Alexandria is a continent, right? And like looking them up, I'm like, whatever. And I just happened to be like, maybe it was like I was trying to like understand where the previous campaign. I think it was the Vox Machina one, right? That Bertrand Bell was in.
He's in a one shot with that lot, yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to understand what continent that was on.
That'd be on Taldor, eh?
Yeah, which is not this continent, right?
Which is not Marquette.
No,
Marquette's a different continent.
Yeah, right. So I was doing that reading, and so I clicked onto his character, and then it got spoiled. And then I was like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
But I mean, I wasn't sad about it. Yeah. But then I was reading, so we have to talk about this, right? Opening, it's Wednesday. Yeah, it's fine. So I was reading it more about it, and apparently the agreement was basically like that he was going to die, but like not when or
he knew it was going to happen apparently, right? But not the details of
right. But that means that what might have happened there was that like Matt Mercer might have decided at that exact point, oh, actually, this is a good opportunity to kill him off. And so you can't have anybody other than him control the lights.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Right, if it's not strictly scripted.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not scripted at all, but like the general plot threads are sort of scripted, so he could go through the production thing of like these are the beats I think the team, like the players, are going to go through.
Yeah.
And I suspect theirs is like more on rails than most campaigns because it would be really bad if the players derailed it as much as perhaps we did when we played Storming Thunder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The timer's gone off. I didn't realise that.
Oh God.
Sam, have you considered any more golf?
No, I haven't. I would like to play again at some point. I mean, I've still got everything. I've got clubs and everything. It's just been a while. But yeah, I certainly would like to. I think I did really enjoy it when I was playing before.
So I went to the golf course this morning, and took Heather, and we brought a clubs for her, and she played her first 9 holes.
Did you enjoy it?
And, yeah, she had a really good time. About halfway through, I said to her, I was like, "Are you having a good time?" She was like, "No," but she gave that smile that said, "I what? Yeah, I am." I was like, "You are having a good time, aren't you?" She's like, "How do you know me?" And then she really enjoyed it. I think it's a bit long. Like the 9 holes were a bit long for her because she started off when she first got there. She'd been to the range cup only literally a handful of times, and had no lessons other than me. I don't know what I'm doing, so it's just like the blind leading the blind. She sort of forgot how to hit the ball. So she took about 6 shots to hit the first green, having forgotten how to hit the ball, and all of a sudden sort of remembered, and suddenly started skying it over the green, and then going around the green, and then skying it over the green again, because all of a sudden she was hitting it twice as far as she was all the way up to the green at this point. Yeah, but it was really good, and I shot my lowest round as well, so I had a really good round, and she had a good time.
Yeah, good.
We didn't keep score with her. We just thought it's easy just to not try and make it competitive. Which when I hit one drive, I think over 200 yards, really good, because it was a dog leg. It was just I hit it real good, and then I think she took a few shots to get off of the tee, and so it's you can't really just
it's I think golf, more than a lot of other games, even the difference between a beginner and someone that's never played is quite extreme.
Oh yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean,
I know it's the same with any sport, but I think with that particular...
No, it's not, because you could go and play badminton or something and just pop the ball back, and all you got to do is return the ball, whereas I think I agree with you. So have a quick look. So I mean, I also 4 days ago on Saturday, sorry, I shot 14 more hop strokes on this same 9-hole course as I did today. So I did have a really good round as well. It was it was an exceptional round, as well as it was really good. It was good. It was really nice as well. She enjoyed it so much that I've gone and bought her some new clubs. Well, a set of clubs off of eBay, which are arriving tomorrow. I'm just enjoying it at the moment for meditative, essentially it's meditation. In some respects.
It's a really chill game, which I quite like.
Yeah, but also it's almost you have to be relaxed and chill, because if you get
Phil is here, by the way, Sam.
Oh, I missed that.
Oh.
just saw you message to us. He's here,
Well, I thought that was what we were waiting on. I never heard him join the... I don't think I get the noise when people would come and go out of the Discord call.
Stream mode.
Wait, I didn't hear the noise either. I think I usually do, but maybe it's because we're talking.
Maybe we just talked over that, yeah. Sorry, Phil.
That's okay.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Yeah, I'm good, yeah. Very good.
I'm actually in a pretty good mood for once. Mostly because I played golf and then didn't do any work this afternoon.
Fair enough.
Oh no, look at this tool.
Wait,
You talking about me?
what game are you playing?
Oh,
Cooking simulator.
cooking simulator. It's Wednesday night. It's cooking simulator. That's what.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but
Everyone
this
knows who
isn't.
play Cooking
This doesn't like
Simulator
it.
with guns.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this doesn't look like cooking.
Shockwave.
I've been doing cooking wrong my entire life.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
That
if I
is how
knew
I
that it
feel
was
when I
this
cook.
fun,
Yeah.
Scale.
Oh. Okay, that's.
Quite big TV.
Oh, little
Alright.
TV.
Cool. Yeah, so Cormac is not playing. He's got lots of homework to do.
Oh dear, is he in trouble?
No, not at all, actually,
No.
Charlie. No, it's willing. It's curious because there's this new like spaceship game that he's really into, and then out of nowhere he told me and Libby wasn't able to play D&D. So we thought we'd just check in why, and he said it was because he had lots of homework to do. So
And he has the
Libby
Among Us
decreed
update
that that's
to
what
play.
he's got to do this evening because that's what he said he was doing. So.
And he's got the new Among Us update to play.
Oh, really? Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what's came out.
Oh, wow. If he'd said that would have been fine, but he said he had homework to do, Cody, so...
It says he's playing Among Us on on Discord, his profile.
What a shock. Cool. Let's play this instead of talking about Cormac. No offence if you're listening, Cormac. Which I think is pretty slim. Odds.
I don't think Cormac's been listening even when he's in chat,
I
has he?
can see the Discord call he's in.
Can you?
Yeah.
Is it called Homework?
It's called General. And
The
they're playing
Homework
Among
Gang.
Us.
You should join it and tell him to do his homework.
Oh, we have planted the seeds with Cormac, by the way, Jake, that you are teaching Trav's classes at Cows. So obviously if he asks, you have to go along with that.
I mean, I don't even. Who is Trav?
Trav,
What year would Trav be in?
whatever
8.
year... Yeah, 8.
I do teach a year 8 class.
Oh, let's go.
However, they're the worst class in the world.
Is this one called Felix in it?
No.
Ah.
I mean, I'm sure they're not the worst class in the world, but
Well,
you know, I'm sure there's always worse.
cool. Yeah. So last time out, we started. The party buried Joanne before carrying on your journey to the Beard and Barrel. That sort of friendly direwolf that Elwyn had befriended did follow for a little bit, but after that 20 minutes or so, sort of disappeared off and just headed into the forest. Upon reaching the Beard and Barrel, you found no signs of life there. You were able to make your way into the brewery itself, where you found all the staff there. All under some kind of affliction, all sort of unresponsive to sort of verbal communication, also pretty unresponsive to physical damage as well, actually. Anytime sort of any attacks were made on them, they kind of didn't really respond, but they were pretty aggressive in attacking you as well, sort of clawing at you and swiping at you. You were eventually able to you didn't actually kill any of them. You non-lethally defeated all of them with quite a good showing from Elwyn, actually, in terms of manacles and ropes and various other means to sort of disable and get them sort of in a more controllable state, I suppose. And eventually you... sorry, hang on 1 second. I'm just going to do something with my audio so I can hear properly. That's better. Sorry, my audio was being really weird. I could like hear my own voice. It was driving me insane. I know how you feel now. Yes, you also found a non-affected survivor, it seemed, who introduced himself as Jay Mullins, one of the brothers that runs the brewery. He tells you that all the all the staff had gathered to sample this new brew which they'd made, based off a recipe which was given to them by a female named Kyristiona, an apothecary who lives in the forest not too far away. And it would seem he himself doesn't drink, but it seems that as soon as this was consumed by the rest of the staff, whatever this affliction was, sort of overtook them. There was also you asked a few questions about the apothecary herself. Jay told you that she was not to be trusted, that she has quite a weird vibe about her. And he also mentioned a pet she has, a two-legged winged serpent, which Elwyn was using his knowledge of nature was able to recognise as a cockatrice.
Mm.
And that was where we left things. So yeah, it is just after 1 p.m. You have this. You have 7 of the staff all restrained in the main brewery here, as well as there's one more still in the basement, who was Morgan Mullins, Jay's brother. Yeah, I guess what do you want to do?
How calm are these restrained people? Are they?
Yeah, pretty calm. Like they're still they're conscious. Most of them. It's been a fair while since you sort of knocked them out, or restrained them. But they're kind of like they're moving around. They're kind of almost if they are trying to break free, but there's no real effort to it. No real strain being put on their restraints in any way.
Mm. Yep. So, like I say, I think we should get them somewhere where they can be looked after. We can't leave them tied up here.
Yeah, they need help. They need the kind of help that only a cleric's gonna give, I think. Just saying.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wait, I can't see anything.
Yeah, I haven't got a token on the scene, apparently. Because I can't
Same.
see a thing.
I can just see the screen and say fresh.
I've got a character on the screen.
No, mine's looking good.
I can't see anything.
Okay.
I can't see.
Let's do this for the players that can't see anything.
Right. Not that it's the end of the world, like not doing anything on the scene.
But I do like the name of the scene, though.
What's the name of the scene?
The Beard and Barrel.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
That's the pub, isn't it?
Can everyone see
Yeah.
okay now?
Yes.
No,
I see me.
I see nothing. No, I see me and stuff.
Oh,
See stuff
I see
around
I
here.
see Leokin.
How strange. So
I can see fine.
Yeah, mine seems fine.
I think it's clicked on.
I'm gonna try refreshing, see if that does anything.
yeah.
Again, not that it really matters, but
Well, this is such an urgent situation. It does matter.
of course.
Yeah. So, I would say that we need to take. Oh God, what's the
Oh, everyone's there now. Yay.
currently working Mullins?
Jay.
Jay,
Jay. We need to take Jay Mullins and his
do we want to take him?
Well, we don't.
He's
I think so.
the only one that's still in any kind of state of being able to do anything, right?
Well, we don't want to leave him here on his own, though, do we?
Well,
Oh, I mean, someone needs to stay with them once they get back to.
well, I figure that's what clerics are for.
Well, I think they ought to.
All they need's a quick boop on the nose, and they're good, aren't they? So something like that, anyway.
That sounds like a.
That's how magic works, right?
It's. Yeah, it pretty much is. 2 seconds. I've just got to shout at someone.
Just because I keep forgetting, and I know we've discussed it, clerical magic in a church is perfectly legal in Griffinsteel, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Magic does not fix everything. I think, I think they need the other Muggins, Brandon, whatever his name is, Morgan needs, having his brother there to explain what happened. All of them needed someone to explain what happened.
well, I suppose so.
Clerical magic outside of church is illegal still? Was that the implication you said from what you said earlier?
If it's being practiced by ordained people that are actually part of the church,
right?
That's acceptable.
But Leokin couldn't bust out I know paladins aren't strictly clerics, but Leokin couldn't bust out a spell and that'd be okay.
I can use a spell for once.
No, I'm just clarifying that would probably be deemed illegal.
Oh yes,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. Cool.
So my suggestion, as we've discussed, is that we take Jay and the rest of them back, escort them back on the cart, and then we get back here before as soon as we can, ideally before dark.
Yeah.
And then we set out tomorrow, and then we leave you guys who are injured to rest up a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in no state to want to go back to Griffinsteel just yet. I would like a lay down, but yeah.
So let's get them onto the cart. Let's do we want to have a talk with Jay? Is there anything else from what happened? So they started drinking. They were sampling this batch, which they do as a celebration, and it all seemed to kick off then. And then he hid in a cupboard.
Yes.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Quite a noble man.
Is there any? Has he got any rivals? Any? I don't know. Any enemies? Anyone he owes money to? Someone who might want to do this to him or to them?
He tells you, it's like any business, they have competitors, but they're, they don't have any sort of financial issues. They owe no money to anyone, and he doesn't feel that they've ever done anything that would particularly wrong anybody else or any of their competitors. Some of the other breweries he tells you they're quite sort of friendly with, if anything.
Okay. And okay. Let's load them up onto the cart.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll help load some of them up. Get them on there. So who's going back to town?
I think I'm going back, and maybe the Warforged.
Well, Warforged is wounded. That's all I'll say.
How wounded are you, Warforged?
Approximately 1/5 wounded by the looks of the bar.
1/5 wounded. That's not wounded. That's just. Where is Warforged? Oh, there he is.
He's not in. He's not in perfect health. I can say that much.
I can't see him.
1/5 is a very, very, very accurate description.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Nice.
I think narrative. I think we still think logically and narratively, Warforged is probably the logical one to go with me. He can
I'm
rest while
fine with
awake.
that. Yeah, he
So,
doesn't actually have to sleep to rest.
Yeah,
right? So.
I assume he could short rest while sat in the cart,
Yeah.
and then really we're hoping that we don't have any encounters anyway.
Yeah. So it's just the two of you going, yeah.
Yeah, I think so, and then we'll come back.
If there's any trouble, you just don't. You just steer away from it, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they drive beer to and from this place
Yeah,
regularly.
it's not a completely off the side of the road
No, it's
kind of
not.
place,
No,
is it?
no.
We had horses as well, right?
Yeah.
So, do you guys want to stick Jay in the cart and ride horses back so that you can just ride straight back with horses yourselves, or do you want to bring the cart back?
I was going to bring the cart back. I was thinking.
I think bring the cart back. Just want to check.
I was going to, ask if there's anyone wants anything, any shopping.
Oh, can you go past that bakery?
I wasn't going to. That's the other side of Griffinsteel.
Ah, but it was good bread.
It's good bread. That's a bit far.
I'll pay you for the trouble.
I'll get you some almost as good bread.
You travel 3 hours,
Sure.
won't do an additional 15 minutes.
Yeah.
How much is a healing potion?
Are they even available?
Yeah,
Question.
so that is no one's asked it yet, but yeah. Healing potions do exist. Only standard healing potions, no greater potions, anything like that. Healing potions, like a potion of healing, is non-magical. They are basically a herbal mixture.
Mm-hmm.
And they are 50 gold pieces.
Whoa.
Okay, and platinum is how many gold?
50 gold pieces. Oh, sorry.
A platinum's 10.
Ah, I do not have enough money. No,
Correct.
thank you.
If we all pool our resources together, we might be able to buy one.
Everyone has more money than they had previously.
Oh, yeah, that's not.
Yeah, but I buy platinum, I think.
Yeah,
Speak for yourself.
based on your
Oh, yeah.
various backstories and classes and things. Yeah.
Yeah, not enough for a healing potion. That's way out of our range at the moment. We need to talk to the guy at the record about expenses. Yeah. I'm not bringing back any healing potions. I'll bring back some food. Are there sleeping quarters at this place?
Not that you saw last time, no.
Ask Jay. There's sleeping quarters at this place.
No, there's not, he says.
So what do you normally do?
Himself, like his brother, his sister, and all the staff, they have some dwellings nearby. He tells you it's about 10 minutes or so, just slightly further on down the sort of road where the main brewery itself is.
Oh, that makes more sense. They got family there.
No, he tells you a few of the staff have family back in Griffinsteel. But himself, his brother and his sister, they are the only family they have. None of them have partners or kids, anything like that.
Fair enough. Well, I guess we can stay in those quarters for the night. I was thinking, do I need to bring back tents? But no, I don't.
I mean, are you massively opposed to sleeping in a bar?
No, not at all. One of my favourite places to sleep.
I got no issue with it. I've got a bedroll.
I was just thinking that some of you guys might want a.
I look around to the rest. I look around to the rest of the players. I'm like,
Okay, fair enough.
Who out of any of us gave you that impression? Well,
Fair enough.
I reckon we can slum it for a night on the floor of a rather fancy-looking pub, right, guys? And lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sweet.
I am Warforged. Okay.
I am Warforged.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we'll load him in.
Yeah.
I'm going to plan on bringing the cart back, but I maybe take 2 horses just in case. No, I'm going to just bring the cart back. It's not worth it. You can rest up the horses here.
That's cool. So just Carl and Warforged going back, yeah?
Yeah.
And you're taking. So did you say Jay was going with you as well?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, as he goes to leave,
Mm.
because I said we'd talk about it later, and then he's leaving. So, oh, Jay, you mentioned a little, obviously compensation for our help here. Just obviously, if you're going back to Griffinsteel, we might not be swinging by anytime soon. You gonna sort us out now, or should we find you in Griffinsteel?
No, he says he'd be quite happy to compensate you now for what you've done. You seem entirely trustworthy, and you've certainly you haven't slaughtered his family or his employees. The least he could do is sort of pay you for putting yourselves at risk and aiding. Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad you see it that way. Much appreciated. Wish you all the best.
And he heads upstairs into the there was a small storage area with some barrels and stuff up next to the large office.
Yeah, was there loot in there I didn't find?
And he goes to the back wall in that room and actually moves two of the barrels apart, and there's a safe in the wall there.
Yeah.
And you see him put in a little combination, open it up, and he pulls out a bag. You can sort of hear this is obviously a bag of coin. He sort of starts sorting through it a little bit, and he pulls out. Yeah, he pulls out. He sort of turns to you and says, how many in your party were there?
I have to do some mental maths here.
6.
And then you see him. He starts sort of counting through this coin, and he's actually counting quite. You can see he's actually seems to be counting quite a significant amount of coin here as he's going through. He sort of carries on, sort of toning it up. And then after it takes a few minutes to count this much, then he stops and he says, "There's enough there for each of you to be rewarded with 100 gold pieces."
Oh, very, very kind of you, sir. Very kind of you.
I immediately hand my 100 gold pieces over to Carl and say, "Here, get us two potions while you're in there."
Okay.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. If you if you ever need any more work, any more business, you let us know. We're happy to work with people that pay well.
Oh, and Carl, before you leave.
Yep.
Oh, don't worry. I've already given him. In case you want to steal my money, I was going to give you a threat. But Sam's already given me the healing potions of healing, so I guess I'm okay.
It's worth noting now at this early point in the campaign that you are responsible for tracking your own currency. If I say you've gained 100, you can add 100 to your own character sheets.
It may be worth making that clear.
I've already done that for Warforged because he's not here.
So I've just added 209.
Excellent.
200 to mine. Although if you've given him the healing potions, I guess I should remove it again. But yeah.
Yeah, I've just put 2 healing potions straight on to Eleanor. If anything happens before you get back, then obviously they are not available to use, Eleanor.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Right. So one last question before I go. So Eleanor, you don't want to report back to the. Not worried about getting scooped by another reporter?
Who?
No idea. I can only think of one person who works for a newspaper who might be shifty enough to steal someone else's story, he says, looking over at his xylophone.
Well, if we're about Milton, I think Milton's got other things to think about.
Mm.
So, no, don't worry about it. It's fine. I don't want to report any lies. I'm fed up of lies. They're the death of journalism. Not what those people folks have done at the Tribune, have you think? But anyway, but just listen. I do know where you live, and I do know where you work, and you work with me. So if you try to steal that 100 gold for yourself, I will come and find you. Have a safe trip back.
Like, I am too old and too something to be bothered stealing
Sober?
stealing some elf's money.
I'm no elf.
Are you human?
I am.
Oh, well, I'll just adjust my notes. Stealing some woman's money then.
Yeah, well, It's not so much as stealing. I'm not expecting you to steal outright. I'm just expecting you to maybe borrow it to buy a beer or two or three, and then all
I'm
of a sudden wake up with all of it gone.
I'm promising to be back by this evening.
Well, excellent.
I won't have time to drink it. That's fine.
Okay, in that case,
Whatever.
don't drink the healing potions either, please.
Oh well, I can't promise that. Okay, one last question before we go. Do we hand these guys over to the guard, or do we take them to whoever is the friendliest healers?
Friendly healers. I don't think they've done anything wrong. They were bamboozled. They were tricked.
But then I wasn't so much thinking of locking them up. I was thinking of that they've been bamboozled, that they've been tricked, they've been.
I would just take them straight to a healer.
Okie dokie.
I reckon. Don't cut out the middleman. Guards are going to ask questions. Then the story spreads. Then someone else gets the story before we can tell it.
Very true. Okay.
I like your thinking, CVL.
Hey, it's part of my nature.
In which case, should we cover up cover them up in the back of the van the back of the car?
Back of the van. Just have them all have a lay down.
Well, they're all. I think they are.
I mean, there's quite a few you're loading onto wagons, so it probably isn't. If we're going to go down the humane discussion, it's probably not the most comfortable of conditions.
Nah,
anyway.
cram them all in there. Go on, get them under the benches.
Yeah, I mean, I feel sorry for them it not being comfortable, but they did hit us with stuff, mostly their fists.
They were a bit mean. So
they were a little bit fighty.
They were.
So they'll survive.
That's fair.
Okay,
Cool.
I think so. Yeah, we'll just tell the guards as we go through that there's been some sort of they've managed to poison themselves. That won't do the reputation of the brewery any good, but never mind. Okay.
And then your plan to take them to where then? To the
clerical organisation or the hospital that looks after that is most likely to do stuff either for free or for people that are down on their luck.
Cool. Okie
always
dokie.
worth. These guys have coin. Like they'll be able to pay for services. So
Yeah, they all had some currency on them, which you kindly opted not to loot any of, I believe.
yeah, sounds about right. Bloody
Yeah.
stupid idea.
Oh, we got we got 100 each from them, and actually, I assume Jay is going to maybe take some money to pay for healing.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Cool.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Okay, off we go.
Cool. Yeah. So Carl and Warforged. So yeah, it takes you 3 hours to travel back. It was pretty uneventful. The road's pretty quiet as you get nearer and nearer to Griffinsteel. Like traffic starts to pick up a little bit in terms of other sort of carts and riders coming in and out. You actually, as you're approaching Griffinsteel, you actually see one of the lightning rail trains leaving. And you sort of see it just sort of burst past you. They're nothing like egregiously speedy. They travel around 30 miles per hour. But quite quickly would overtake your wagon as you sort of see it going the other direction.
That's very fast.
That's fast enough to make a
Yeah.
make another arms fall off.
I don't see anything go that fast.
In this setting, it's pretty speedy.
I will ask Warforged as we see it go by whether he's related to them.
I am Warforged.
Yeah, I am Warforged. Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Cool. Yeah. So you were just gonna tell the guards of some kind of poisoning, weren't you?
Yeah, if hopefully not talk to them at all, but if they ask, yeah, that they've got some sort of batch of bad water and they're not well.
Griffinsteel is quite goods coming in is quite heavily taxed. So any wagons coming in would tend to be inspected.
Okay.
But yeah, as you sort of pull up to the gates, there's like a very short queue, only like 3 or 4 wagons ahead of you. But everyone sort of slows down as they near the gates as the watchers sort of seeing people in. Yeah, as you get to the front, this the same guard that actually saw you leave this morning is actually still there, and he sort of greets you as you come back, and he seems quite surprised. He says to you, what happened to your companions?
I left them in the forest. Best place for them. So much quieter on the road without.
Yeah, and he sort of looks over. He looks over into the wagon. Sort of has it. They start looking through, and he says, that drow, not in there, are they as well?
Oh, this is just the some of the staff from the brewery. They're not very well. I wouldn't get too close.
And what happened with them? You're not bringing any kind of illness into the city.
The only illness we're bringing in is self-inflicted, if you know what I mean. They perhaps had a little bit too much of a raucous party.
And
sampling their own wares.
The second of the guards kind of nudges the one that's speaking to you and just says, Sergeant, know about that. And and he sort of shoots you a little bit of a, almost slightly, maybe even like a hint of disdain, like a little bit of looking down his nose towards you almost.
Say that.
I'll
just put my hand on the 100 gold that's currently in my pocket, just to remind myself why I was doing it.
Yeah, they wave you through and they say, yeah, we'll go out your way. Just obviously be careful about what you're bringing to the city, but I'm sure you'll be able to find adequate care for them.
Thank you, my good watchman.
And yeah, they sort of usher you through the gates into the city, and you basically got a couple of choices. You could either search down. There's a couple of sort of temples or holy sites that might have some kind of like more clerical based healing, or there is like a essentially like a hospital, like a large. It's not, there's no public services. There is a charge for healthcare, but there is a more traditional sort of means of healing.
Bloody Americans.
Yeah, indeed. I'll leave it up to Jay. If he's got a particular clerical place he'd like to go, that's fine. Otherwise, my favourite would be the proper hospital. Yeah,
no, he's in full agreement. He's quite keen, he says, in seeing like proper care and no sort of speculative attempts at asking any other powers for mercy. So he's quite happy, and he says that he would obviously pay for that.
Excellent. You might want to get a couple of lads just to maybe help you keep an eye on them, keep them under control.
Yeah, he says that's a very good idea. And when you arrive at this sort of hospital, there's the staff, or the sort of initial sort of medical practitioner who's there sort of looks them over and seems quite confused by what is going on. Says that she's never seen anything quite like this, but sort of ushers them to be taken in, and a few sort of members of staff sort of take them in, keeping the restraints on them, as Jay sort of warns them of the situation and what has occurred previously. And he sort of turns back and he thanks you, and says that he's quite sure you'll obviously you'll be in contact pretty soon anyway.
We will. We'll let you know what's happening.
Cool.
And
he sort of bids you good day as he sort of follows into this hospital, sort of quite keen on what's going to happen to his brother, his sister, and his staff. It seems.
I'll leave him my address at least at the lodgings that the record have provided.
Yep.
As a place that he can leave a message for us if he needs to. And right. If off to where do we buy these healing potions from?
You're in a pretty good place to do it, as it happens.
Oh, that's handy.
Yeah.
I shall wander in there. And look for the bit that sells healing potions.
Yeah. And the hospital itself sells like a lot of generic medical supplies, as well as sort of various cures for like poisons and quite sort of low level sort of medical medical goods and medicines. And yeah, you're able to get this herb mixture of some description. It's 50 gold pieces for a vial. So it's relatively expensive, quite rare ingredients, but yeah, you're able to grab 2 of those for Eleanor.
And you mentioned poison stuff. Have they got anything that might be useful if someone was to imbibe some sort of poison? Something that might help with that?
And the sort of this doctor who's there, she tells you really that would kind of depend on the poison itself, and she says, do you know somebody that's been afflicted?
I'll tell her about the people we've just brought in.
Yeah, she
They
actually
drank something.
She goes and consults with the other doctor who sort of originally saw them and seen them in. And they have a quick discussion. She comes back and she says, we wouldn't feel comfortable necessarily prescribing anything or giving any advice when we're not quite sure what their situation is. We're initially, at least for the moment, quite unsure of what is afflicting them.
Typical doctor. That's fine. In which case, I'll have another 2 of your healing potions, please.
Yeah.
So I have 4 in total. And I got a traveller's first aid kit, adventurer's first aid kit, something like that.
Oh, first aid kit. Yeah, we've got things like that. We've got they do what they essentially call a healer's kit.
Yeah.
Which she says it's not so much for healing as much as it is for stabilizing sort of an injured person. Yeah.
Excellent. How much are they?
5 gold pieces.
We really need to sort out expenses. Okay, I'll have one of those as well.
Cool.
And then off to get some cake or some bread.
Nice.
So is Warforged going to come back with us, or is he going to hang around here and keep an eye on these guys for us?
That feels like a decision for you guys to make.
I think it makes nice, flavourful sense if he stays.
I quite like the idea of him keeping an eye on them and keeping.
Unless we.
We'll never know.
I suggest that we will address it when he's back. So depending on where things are next session, pick up. I guess probably makes sense, right?
So
if it happens that everything's all sorted and we're back in Griffin still, then that makes great sense.
We'll leave
you guys on the other side of the continent, maybe not.
Sure, yeah.
We'll leave him as Schrodinger's Warforged at the moment.
Yes.
He's both with us and not with us. That's fine.
Either he's there, or we just forget to reboot him when we get back.
Yeah.
When you get back,
Indeed.
he's
Well,
still stuck in the cart.
You know what it's like. You take your new thing with you and you just put it down somewhere and forget to pick it up.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so yeah, I'll go to that baker's. I'll get some bread and a meal for tonight.
Cool.
Ideally, I'd like to spend no more than about 5 silver on it.
Well, 5 silver's pretty good. It was a pretty inexpensive place from what I recall.
Excellent. How many silver in an electrum piece?
Oh, Electrum.
Oh, Electrum's the worst. No one knows.
Nobody uses Electrum.
Electrum.
Electrum's 5 silver.
5 silver. I just can't get rid of him.
There is. I think there's a way to you can convert currency.
There is a convertible.
Yeah.
It just converts it to the most efficient carrying thing.
Does it? Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. Right. So I'll go down, and it's 20 silver to a gold, isn't it? So I'll just leave myself with 15 silver.
10 silver to a gold, isn't it?
10 silver. 10 silver to a gold? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay, 5 silver then. Right. Okay. So yeah, I'll get some food. That's pretty much it.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. So in that case, you can.
I just took 31 damage.
Well, yeah. I don't know what happened there, but that's bad. Yeah. Carl briefly died for a moment. I'm not sure what happened.
Oh, that's fair.
I might have.
He ended up at a pub.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you and potentially Warforged set off back, I guess.
Yeah,
Cool.
indeed.
For no reason at all, I'm going to make the sound of a rolling die.
That was my
Well, for the fun of it.
That's a nice average roll.
It's a 10.
Yeah, you travel back. It's a pretty straightforward journey back again. And it's this dark, sun's starting to set as you sort of begin reaching back to the Beard and Barrel. It's a pretty uneventful journey, and you arrive back just after 8 p.m. The sun has set at this point. There's just the last embers of a sort of glow in the sky still. But yeah, you return to the rest of your party.
I'll give the 2 potions over to Eleanor.
Thank you very much.
Then
Fake journey, I assume?
you guys were just learning to you were just planning the rest now, where you will head out immediately. I forget.
Oh, absolutely
Rest.
rest.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I almost certainly would have just done a short rest already.
Well,
if
yeah,
we-
that's
if we're
exactly what I was
gonna
going to do.
a long
I couldn't remember what your
Yeah,
plan
yeah.
was. Yeah, that's fine.
If we're gonna be taking a long rest, there's no point in me doing the short rest.
Yeah.
Obviously. Yeah, I think we sleep the night and then set off in the morning, right?
I think that was the plan. Yeah. There's no point setting out at night to
I don't think
into
so.
the forest.
Apothecary will be sleeping, won't she? We don't want that.
Yeah.
Cool. In that case, everyone can take themselves a long rest.
Yeah.
I think my first long rest of the campaign, if I can work out how to do it.
Oh, look at all these spell slots that are back. Oh, I finished a long rest.
Indeed, was that not what you intended to do?
You get to do his portent.
Oh, I see.
I mean, I also realised I rolled them publicly, but I don't think it massively matters. Sometimes it's nice to have them being a secret, but whatever.
Well, for those that weren't quick, they are secret now.
Yeah, I didn't see him. I was looking elsewhere.
That'll be a nice surprise at some point.
Cool. Yeah, so it's quite early. It's about 6 a.m. the following day.
I wake up singing.
That's brilliant.
3 horn blows for me to get my next wall.
Oh yeah, you're able to do it once per day, so you can do another one now if you wish.
I don't see where it is on the bar, but I'll just blow.
There's,
That was a good horn check.
hang on one sec. I have to do it manually now. You've done that. One sec. In future, on your character sheet, you've got a downtime tab, and it's in there.
Oh, there it is.
So you got a success.
Natural 20s counts as 6 successes, right?
Hey,
That's how that works.
I do that
Totally how that
dieball's going to
works.
change its mind.
I think
Yeah.
I think a natural 20 counts as 2 successes. You're on 3 successes.
What are you doing with the
you
horn?
will.
Sorry, I've kind of missed it somehow.
Blowing it.
Elwyn has once per day he can use his horn, making a tools check, to attempt to attract a new wolf companion.
I see.
And it takes 4 successful attempts, so he is on 3 out of 4 now. Then he will be a beastmaster once again.
I get basically the same wolf again.
I don't say the same. I mean,
Same family.
functionally the same. Yes.
Joanne will never be replaced.
We barely knew her.
Literally.
Joanne 128.
Cool. Yeah. So it's early morning. You are, for those of you that weren't already awake, you were woken up by Elwyn. Sort of just stood outside the brewery, apparently, letting out this large sound on his horn. For now, I'll do it for you, Jake.
We're all thinking it.
Yes. Cool. Yeah. What do you guys want to do?
We got instructions from Jay as to where the
Yes, he gave some instructions or directions last time to you guys. It's about an hour's travel from here into the forest itself. He was able, obviously, he tells you there's no like paths or roads, but he's able to sort of mention a few landmarks. Elwyn seems particularly confident that he could use that information based on his sort of knowledge of the sort of forests.
Excellent.
Owen loves the forest.
Is it his favoured terrain by any chance?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually incredibly helpful, like, for things like this. Pretty sure we literally can't get lost if it's his favourite terrain, right?
Is that so?
Something silly like that.
Yes, you can't become lost except by magical means.
Yeah.
It's also very hard to surprise Elwyn in the forest. Yeah, he's
He's
good
pretty
at
good.
the forest. Yes.
Open sea, I struggle.
I'll remember where to take you next.
Pirate campaign incoming.
Don't tempt me.
Don't.
Right.
That's the end game there, isn't it?
So how far away is this place? Did we say how far we're going?
About an hour.
About an hour walking, or
About an hour. This was assuming you were taking the horses. If you're on foot, you're probably looking close to sort of depending on the train, 2 hours. So.
anyone fancy walking?
I mean, I don't mind walking it. Save taking the
Mind.
cart and that. It's not exactly a
Also,
ridiculously long walk. It's not. We've got a good tracker with us. It's not like we can get lost.
Yeah, I vote we walk.
I suppose actually, I should look at. I have to like prepare spells and stuff, don't I?
While we're
Although,
while we're sorting stuff out, if we're walking, just making sure the cart's secure, etc. I'll go over to Learkin and just hand him a healing potion.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's a good idea to keep them spread around the party. Just-
Okay, thanks.
You use it when you think you need to.
Playing favourites. Why Leokin? No one else. People get jealous.
because he hates me. It's not hard.
Yeah.
It's actually because he can't pronounce how to say my name. He couldn't say he walks over to me.
That is true. But it is actually because I hate you. Yeah, no, it's just, Leakin's young. And I just want to make sure that as many members of the party as possible have got healing potions in case they get knocked over.
Cool. Everyone good to go?
Can I?
Yeah.
Can I ask something?
Probably.
It's okay for it to be no. But I've just remembered something because we got our hands on money. Can we retroactively say I asked Mr. Garbin to possibly swing by a jeweler's and pick up a normal 50 gold diamond? If that's possible. If it's not, that's cool.
Well, that changes everything. That's like at least an extra 10 minutes on his journey.
Yeah. Why do you want a diamond?
I do jewellery stuff, so I have an idea for something, and now that I've got some money, I can start working on it.
Yeah, that's what we need it for.
Oh, now?
It's an art, jewellery making's an art, and the fact is that kind of art and that kind of like the ideas, they flow when you're out and about, when you're doing things. It's good to have the kit on you. It's why I've always got my jeweler's kit on me, just in case.
Yeah, is that what you call it? Or do you have a jeweler's kit as well as you have jeweler's tools as well?
I'm not lying. I pull out a pack of jeweler's tools. If
Okay,
you guys don't believe me.
You very nearly know what you're doing with them.
Yeah, I didn't actually mean to roll anything with them, but
In that you open it the right way up rather than upside down and drop them all on the floor.
but yeah, if possible, could Mr. Garvin pick up a diamond from a gemstone dealer or a jewellery store or something?
Unless Carl objects, then that's fine.
I have just checked, and I don't need any sorts of pearls or diamonds for jewellery.
I will pick up the diamond, although I will also mention that while I said I wasn't going to run off with 100 gold pieces, 150 is a completely different matter.
Yeah, that's almost worth it at that point.
That's
right?
a proper party at that point.
Huh.
Yeah, no, that's
Remember,
fine.
I know where you live.
Random question, but did Carl bring our manacles back?
Mm. Yeah, as we're retrofitting stuff, Sam,
Yeah, totally.
that was
That's
actually
cool.
something I did intend to do and forgot. Was go and I did bring those manacles back, but I intended to buy another 4 sets.
Yeah. How much money does this man have?
Well, I quite a lot at one point.
How much do manacles cost is the question.
Yeah, I can't imagine they're that. Well, I don't know.
Oh, don't challenge me. 2 gold pieces for some manacles.
Yeah. So to answer the question of how much money is that for one set of manacles?
Yes.
So you have none left now. You have no money left now.
How many gold and a platinum?
10.
Okay, I'll get 5 sets.
Nice.
Big
Thinky.
spender.
Somebody's curious about your buying habits.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, and just to be clear, I'm buying the proper ones that actually work rather than the fluffy ones with the trick exit.
You have
Okay,
5
yeah.
manacles.
Yeah, that was a good idea. So
We're gonna stop doing the newspaper business and go to bounty hunting.
yeah, well, that's what it's
good at
feeling
it.
like at the moment.
You get more money if they are alive, I think.
Cool. Anything else?
No, I think
No?
that'll do.
Splendid. You guys are going to head on foot, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm also gonna, because I feel like I need to ask, how visible is mage armor when it's cast on you? Or how what do you think?
When casting it is pretty obvious because there's like semantic components. Mage armor when it's up, I think has no physical signs.
I don't start shimmering. Or
No,
anything.
when you're hit, maybe you do, but I don't think you are like shining the whole time it's up. No.
Then I cast mage armor.
It says a protective magical force surrounds it until it,
How
but
long
it
does it
doesn't,
last?
8 hours.
Wow.
doesn't really say it's visible.
Yeah, so I wait until Carl starts walking in front, and then I take a piece of I take a piece of like leather strap what I've got attached to my bag and just cast a spell quietly through that, and cast mage armor.
Nice.
In my version, that's going to look like the shield from Dune, but not the modern one. The 1980s version of Dune. The really sort of. If you've not seen it, it's worth googling it.
I watched the new version the other day.
Any
me
good?
too.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it was. Yeah, I didn't think it was amazing, but I did like it. I mean, I thought it was better than the David Lynch one.
Yeah, well, it's it's a different time.
It is. Yeah. No, totally. Yeah. I don't think it's a fair comparison, but
No, I thought it was good. It's only half a film though, is the big thing, and a lot of how good it is will depend on how good the second half is.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely feels incomplete, but I mean, it's a massive story to tell in even 3 hours.
I have a definitive answer, by the way.
Ooh.
Jeremy Crawford says that when he's DMing, it's an aesthetic choice that I leave up to the spellcaster since the spell doesn't specify.
It's invisible.
So it can be invisible. If you want your mage armor to be invisible, that's fine. And if you want it to be a glowy armor, then that's also fine.
Presumably
That must be
not then.
tricky.
It's entirely invisible except for a single shimmering spot on my left butt cheek, and I just hope that Carl sees it at one point because then I know he's looking.
Cool.
I will not be looking at your butt cheek at any point during this adventure.
Ooh, you say that now. Just you wait.
Cool.
You'll find it.
Cool. So yeah, you guys start making your way sort of back along the path until you get to the forest itself, and then start making your way into the forest using this using the information Jay gave you, some of you feel relatively confident that you think you could sort of make this journey yourself anyway, like based on the information. But Elwyn in particular is quite easily able to sort of follow these directions. I'm going to get everybody to make for me a survival check.
Doesn't sound good.
Do we get a bonus because of Elwyn?
Are we in the forest?
You are in the forest.
My one's fantastic.
Advantage.
You do get advantage. You can make a second, yeah.
I pressed the wrong button. So that's thank you. Sorry.
That's cool. Hey, look at that. How fitting. I was supposed to do Warforged as well. Oh, Elwyn.
What a man.
Yeah, so you get to the firstly sort of landmarks that Jay had mentioned, which is like there's a small sort of clearing not too far off this like the road itself. He tells you once you get to the clearing, you want to head just to the northwest, pretty directly, and up ahead of you you'll see there's one sort of like grey coloured tree which stands out from the rest of them, which Elwyn, before the rest of you have even had time to sort of stop and start looking around, Elwyn's already just sort of like able to point it straight out immediately, and you can just sort of start following along in that direction. And then, because you absolutely slayed on that one, apparently, I will just get yours to do the same again, because you got past the first landmark with ease.
Just that good.
Press
Well
right
done,
button this time.
Do I get advantage again, Bob?
Oh my god.
You do get advantage again, Elwyn. You see if you can outdo the...
2 natural 20s there, right?
Wow.
Warforged is obviously a quick learner.
Yeah, it seems... Yeah, Warforged and the Oaken must have been paying quite a lot of attention to Elwyn and picking up from his skills already. Yeah, and again, you get to this second landmark is a small sort of like a large, this stands about sort of 15 feet tall, large, sharp piece of rock that just sort of juts out of the ground. And again, you sort of find that quite quickly, and you're told there's actually a really small, there's actually a footpath which is quite faint and easy to miss, but it just sort of goes through some of the nearby sort of hedgerows and heads towards this to the apothecary's home. And again, Elwyn starts to look around, but before he can even see it, Warforged and the Oaken both sort of start pick up on it and immediately sort of point the direction out. Well, the Oaken does. Warforged might, depending on if he's here or not. Yeah,
I'd like to point out that the reason I rolled a 7 is because Zyviel won't shut the fuck up, and it's starting to get on my nerves.
I like to think it's because you saw something shiny and you're looking.
Are we gonna stealth now?
Are we? I mean, we just want to chat to this apothecary, right? We don't want to sneak up or anything.
Might be an idea to get a lay of the land first.
Yeah, when they go to talk to her, I want to stay out of sight. So when we get there, I'm gonna stealth away from them. If that's okay. Because Elwyn's not really a talker anyway.
You you carry on follow the rest of these directions, and you come across there's a clearing. There's a small stream you were told to look out for. And once you reach the stream, you'll be able to quite easily see the apothecary's home from there. And yeah, you come across this stream, and you can see just on the other side of this small stream, you can see this. You can see a sort of pretty modest looking log cabin.
Can we?
In theory.
I can see blackness.
I can see a log cabin.
I see a cabin.
Maybe it's a bit too late for you to see, or early. Maybe a vision's not so great being human.
Well, Carl's also human.
Yeah, try refreshing, because all the settings and stuff are correct.
Yeah, Carl's like one of them humans that's got a load of magic on him, though, isn't he? So he can see in the dark, you know.
He's actually the most magic of all of us.
Yeah.
Cool. I don't know if
It's because the real magic is honesty.
Eleanor noticed this, but Carl used magic last time.
Nah, he didn't.
I think he did. I was watching. I
He-
watched it back. Yeah, I've got it now. Thanks,
Yeah,
Sam.
He did.
awesome.
He didn't actually use magic.
Itself.
It just had a fancy effect on the screen. It's not actually magic.
I'll use magic.
Hashtag Carl used magic.
Hashtag Carl use magic indeed.
Yeah, so you can see this log cabin up ahead of you, and you can see you can actually see there's like some lights flickering inside. It looks like there's some maybe like a log fire or a torch or something you can see coming through some of the windows. There's certainly signs of life.
I guess as we're walking up, I'll turn to. So Elwin's not coming with us.
No, I'm gonna
He's
hide
hanging back.
You want to hang
okay.
back, yeah?
I turn to the other 3/4, if a fourth's there. Right, so who's taking the lead here? Because I feel like if we all go up there, all trying to talk, things are going to get confusing.
Yeah, I agree. I think you should definitely stay here. Eleanor?
I could do the talking.
Eleanor's stomach feeling better now.
Oh, that's great.
Do you want to go up on your own, or do you want two of us to go up?
Oh, that's a good question, isn't it?
I think it makes sense if we, the 4 of us, the 3 to 4 of us, depending, come across the bridge.
Yeah, I just want to do it stay together just in case. Oh, yeah, just in case something happens to us.
Well, I see a good vantage point where I can hear the conversation and see them, but not be seen myself.
It's a pretty open clearing around the building itself.
What about the tree right here? Can I hide in the tree?
Which tree? Sorry.
This one.
I've got no idea where you are. Press X so I can see your.
Oh,
That's me.
Up here. Yeah, if you want to. Yeah, totally.
I want to stealthily hide in a branch or something.
I'll get you to make a stealth check for me.
Is it advantage because we're in the woods?
Sure. Cool. Yeah, you can go and hide off in this sort of like bushy tree area up here. Yeah. Yeah. How the rest of you want to approach this?
I mean,
Yeah,
I've been told to stand back, so I'm standing back.
Oh, I don't really want you to stand too far back. Oh, I'll just start walking over the bridge. I can't, apparently. Can I?
Oh. There we go.
I think we should just go up together mostly because strength in numbers and that. But
I think we should get at least close, but maybe you don't want to crowd the door.
I just don't want to
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
have my appearance put anyone off.
Is it true that drow can't cross water?
Oh, come on, Carl! You don't believe that rubbish, do you?
He says it, and I hesitate at the beginning of the bridge. I'm like,
I forget how naive.
I don't actually know. Do I die?
You're alive.
Okay. Happy days. Yeah, apparently
yeah,
not.
I guess I'll be the first one to stand on the doorstep, and then maybe everybody else a bit further back.
I stay by the bridge.
Okay, I don't know what Lucan's doing.
Playing Cooking Simulator.
I'm on a black screen.
Try refreshing.
Okay.
Phil just either saw something very impressive or very scary, and I can't work out which.
Brian has just come back from the shops with quadruple strength squash.
Wait, what?
Tesco's
Quadruple
strength.
What does that even
Wow.
mean?
You
Well-
put about 3 drops of it into your
I guess
water, and
I guess it's double strength of just
Double-
like,
yeah.
double strength.
yeah.
Double strength.
Yeah, it's double strength.
Which is good, I suppose, in terms of
I like double strength
vibe.
squash the same way I would make normal squash. So that makes
I
me
don't-
even more interested in this one.
I never
Well,
ever.
that is
drink
quite strong.
squash.
That's good.
I like it syrupy. Early
yeah.
death.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, that was really exciting.
Don't let any kids out if they're chained up in the dungeon. They could be were kids.
Spoilers.
God, yeah. Seriously, who would do something like that? Honestly.
Are we ready? Yeah.
Mhm.
Wait, no, Leokin's not back. Is Leokin back?
Knock.
Yeah, I think you've got vision now, right,
Yeah.
Cody?
I can't see him on my screen. Does he move?
Yeah, he's moved round the
Yeah.
corner.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're not
I've got
coming with
vision
us,
on
He's
no?
side.
hidden round here.
Right, okay. In which case, Oh, calm down, Emily. It's me playing. Sorry, dog.
Show us dog, or will we be sad?
1 second. Come here. You sit there. I go. Find me a photo. Look at the camera.
Oh.
Look.
Hello.
If you want to see a pupper, there's a doggo. It's a good dog.
Yeah, you're alright, aren't you? Got them.
Um,
Oh no, my headphones are trapped in your leg. Okay.
you get no immediate response, but I will get everybody to just make a perception check for me.
Is it with my eyes?
Just in general, just a general perception check. Carl's not even paying attention.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I was too busy banging on the door.
Too busy looking at
I'm pondering the water thing still.
Did we get a name for the apothecary?
Yes.
Apothecary. What's her name? I missed it from the recap.
Kyristiona.
Yeah, I didn't actually write it in the notes. Oh yeah, I did. Kyristiona.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so you knock at the door, you get no response. You sort of wait a few seconds. Yeah, no response. You don't really seem to hear or see anything.
So I knock again and say, and call out, Christiana, are you there?
And this time, this door on the side opens, and I don't know why she has such a strange looking hand.
She's firing.
Red circle, guys. Red
No.
circle.
Oh,
Yeah,
have I picked
She's
a token
firing-
that has some kind of spell effect?
Yeah,
that
she's
is,
firing magic missiles, I think.
do not panic. She's not firing magic missiles at you. It is a human female opens the door.
Oh, good morning.
She looks maybe sort of late 30s, early 40s. Has quite striking. Her hair is like very long hair, almost down to her waist, but it's got this like blue colour to it. And she sort of opens this door on the side of the building here, and you can just sort of see beyond her. It looks like maybe some kind of workshop, something like that. You can see lots of just small pots of it looks like herbs and various sort of ingredients in there. She just opens the door and she says, "Who are you? What are you after?"
Morning. I like the hair. Is it you say blue hair? Is it blue all over hair, or is it like a streaks like it's been dyed?
No, the whole thing has this sort of blue colour to it.
Yeah, cool hair.
Thank you.
Do you know Mr. I forgot the names of the brothers. Sorry.
Carl's doing a Cormac.
Gozo. Is it the Mullins?
The Mullins. Yes, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, the Mullins. Do you know the Mullins brothers down at the Beard and Barrel?
I know of them. I know of their work.
Yeah, I think you had a contract with them recently. Is that correct? Oh,
Uh,
sorry, introduce yourself. My name's Eleanor. Pleased to meet you.
Katie.
Katie. Katie. Is that a nickname, Katie?
It's my name. But who are you to be asking?
Eleanor, I just introduced myself. I'm just doing a bit of work on behalf of the Mayans. I just want to make sure I got the right place. But I wasn't looking for a Katie. I was looking for a Cariciona. Is that you?
Yeah, that's me. That's me.
Oh right, okay, I got you. So Katie is a nickname. What would you rather be called, Katie or Cariciona?
Whichever you prefer. My friends call me Katie.
Oh well, Cariciona is a bit formal, isn't it? So Katie, hi. Yeah, I'm doing a bit of work for them. The Mullins. We're in a bit of a spot of bother, really. I'm afraid.
Okay.
Did you provide them with some sort of herbs and such?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought so. Cool. Unfortunately, I don't know quite what's happened. I'm just investigating it. That's what we do. We sort of, and I point to Carl and gesture broadly in the direction of that there might be other people there, not without particularly pointing at one other person. Yeah, Celia is actually visible, but we're investigators and we're just investigating. And then you might have to help us really. Well, the the herbs seem to have turned everybody into mindless. I don't want to use the word zombie, but I want to use the word zombie if you understand. If you get what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, you'll have to maybe excuse my ignorance, but I don't really get what you're saying. What do you mean? Was the alcohol too strong, too potent?
I think this was maybe a different effect, perhaps. Yeah, but maybe it was too strong. Who knows? But that's what we're trying to find out. We're trying to get to the bottom of the facts. Currently, all we know is that they turn into zombies are a thing, like right in this world.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't want to say zombies, but like they're reminiscent of zombies. You know, they're sort of walking around mindless, biting each other.
Nobody died, did they?
No.
Oh, thank God. I
Why?
would not want. I wouldn't. Well, I wouldn't want to think that my brew, my ingredients had caused any trouble, or at least any kind of serious.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She seems pretty
That seems
concerned
fine.
by what you're
Yeah.
saying. Yeah.
What did you put in the brew? Do you
It
have a
was.
list of the?
Yeah, it was. It's a mix I use myself. Many people use it, I believe. It increases fertility, confidence, just general well-being, I suppose.
And there's no chance you gave them the wrong brew, is there?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Never. I would never make such a mistake.
Okay. And what's the ingredients in this brew? Like, has it got hogweed in it? Does it have Eye of Newt? I don't know what. I mean, I know you got trade secrets, but this would be really helpful. We currently have around how many people is it? Like 15 people, 20 people, fewer,
9.
9.
No, yeah,
We are
no.
around 15 people. Currently in the hospital, quite seriously ill. And we just want to find out what's going on, really.
I am I am I being accused? Am I in some kind of trouble?
No.
Well,
No,
should you be?
no, you're not being accused. Ignore. You know how men can be. No accusations whatsoever. We just want to understand the facts.
Oh, sorry.
If
One
you help
sec.
us with our investigation,
Does it?
then
It's just trying to make you spend money.
that's all good.
Roblox. It what? Sorry. Oh, did it? Oh, okay. Just. Yeah, it's trying to make you spend money, sweetheart. Just press that one. There you go. Yeah, I know. Sometimes people make games on Roblox just to try and make you spend money. It's stupid. Okay. Stupid bloody Roblox. Sorry, yeah, carry on. Where were we?
Yeah, I was just saying to her that no accusations. We're trying to understand the facts of the story, and if she cooperates, then I'm sure there'll be no need. We can get this matter resolved and get the people the treatment they need.
Yeah, and she sort of says I've got the ingredients right here, and she sort of disappears back into her workshop for a second, then comes out with a sort of piece of notepaper, and she hands it over to you. She says, you can see for yourself all natural herbs, nothing untoward. You sort of have a quick scan over it. I guess I'll get you to make a medicine or nature, your choice.
1 second. It literally doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, you have a look through and like using your sort of understanding of sort of natural ingredients. There's nothing that seems particularly outlandish. Nothing that seems particularly like nothing that you would sort of know. There's no like obvious like poison ivy or something like this. It seems like the list is quite extensive. There's about there's 14 different ingredients listed, but all natural. Nothing from like living beings or that. It's all sort of like natural herbs or sort of roots, but yeah, nothing that seems particularly suspicious to your knowledge.
Do you know if this brew, if it was mixed with other ingredients, might cause a reaction to make the brew go bad? Maybe make someone sick.
Well, I mean, what kind of ingredients? You mix it with some kind of poison, and it could do anything, surely.
Oh yeah, no, of course. I meant two harmless things becoming something dangerous. Maybe mixing this with some beer or something.
Nothing I'm aware of. I certainly wouldn't. I wouldn't have put the Mullins in such a situation to if I suspected that. I wouldn't have done that.
No. Do you happen to have any have a flask of this made up still? I know that you make lots of things here. So.
I don't, but I could. I could make some for you if it would help.
Oh no, I was hoping to get the same stuff as they had, really, just in case. I'm not saying it's your fault, but just to rule out any mistakes.
No, I'm well trained at what I do. I certainly.
Oh, I trust you. Yeah, I trust you. So am I.
You work for the Mullinses?
In a roundabout sort of way, yes. We're not employed by them on a day-to-day basis on a permanent contract. We are being freelance hire for them to find out what happened.
Okay. Well, if my part has anything to do with this, then obviously I'm very sorry for that.
so you've got no idea how your mixture could have combined with their beer to poison them?
Of course not.
I'll describe to her the way that what's his name, Mullins. Oh, damn it!
There was Jay, who was the unaffected one, or Morgan, who was
Morgan, yeah, because he smelt really bad, didn't he?
He did.
So I'll as much as I can, I'll describe that and ask her if that's anything that rings a bell.
Get you to make a perception check for me, Carl.
I can do that.
Yeah, as you as you sort of describe more and more, you can see she almost sort of as you sort of describe more and more of the sort of symptoms and the situation that these people were in, and Morgan, there's certainly a sort of fear, I guess, maybe fear, discomfort. There's certainly a reaction as you give more and more details of it. Certainly a look of like concern or upset. So there's some kind of reaction in her eyes.
Do you know what sort of poison could have caused this?
Of course not. I wouldn't seek to poison anybody.
I didn't say that. I asked you if you said you were very good at your job,
Yes,
and
I've
therefore one would expect someone good at their job would know the kinds of ingredients, the kinds of poultices or potions which might cause such illnesses.
I've never heard anything like it. This if you'll excuse me, this feels like leading questions. This feels like I'm being accused of something.
No occasions whatsoever. I promise you. All we're trying to do is find out what's going on, and if you were in my shoes and you thought to yourself, "Ooh, what I could do with is chatting to a leading apothecary in the local area," where would you go? Katie's cabin.
Yeah, fair point.
So, yeah. Unfortunately, I haven't got a bloody clue what to do next.
Have you sold any of this mixture to anyone else?
No, never.
And you take it yourself.
Yeah, I have done. Yes.
Insight check.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Wait,
No, there's certainly some
No.
untruths in
Not-
that.
Yeah.
didn't I thought this mixture was designed for something to do with like?
Ability.
Am I remembering it wrong? Why would she be taking it?
Well, to test it, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on a second.
Well, it's virility. It's
Is this? Yeah, but is it like designed for maybe the fact that you're a woman? I mean, you said you've taken it. How have you taken it? How much have you had of it?
I sample anything I brew for anybody. I will always sample it. It gives people confidence in what I do.
And how do you sample it?
I will depending what it is. If it is a mixture to be ingested, I'll ingest it. If it's something to be sniffed or to be dabbed onto the body in some way, I'll do that.
And how did you test this particular?
I drank it in a liquid form.
Alright.
Would you come back with us to the brewery and perhaps you could have a look at the mixture that they've made? Have you got any skill in perhaps examining it, seeing if there's something wrong with it?
I'm quite busy right now. Leaving right now wouldn't really be an option. I've got something brewing in my my workshop right at the moment.
What do you have brewing?
At the moment, I'm just brewing some potions that are intended to help the afflicted, the diseased.
What kind of disease?
This one in particular is to this helps people with lesions on their skin. It will clear them up. Reduce their pain, their discomfort.
So, is this a matter of a couple of hours till you finish this, or?
I normally work all day. I mean, everything will go to waste if I was to leave now. It's a day's work.
Well, yeah, the Mullins have lost more than a day's work.
Well, also they may have lost their entire workforce.
Mm.
Would it not be, essentially? I'm afraid, Casey, we need to give you an ultimatum. Either you come and help us and we resolve this problem and we all go home happy, or 15 to 20 people die. And if those people die, then I'm going to assume that somebody will maybe mention that it was your brew that did it. And if they do die, and if it is your brew that, and people say, not saying it is at all, just saying if people believe it is, I'm sure that would be very harmful for your business.
Yeah, I'll get you to make a persuasion check for me.
Come on, +5 persuasion. 17.
You can see as you're sort of making this argument, slowly her eyes sort of almost sort of sink down to the floor. She's clearly sort of listening in, taking in what you're saying, and she says, I don't want to go there. I don't want to face it. I don't want to see what I've done.
How do you know you did it? Sorry, you said you were innocent. Now you're admitting guilt. Why don't you open up, honest, get honest with us, admit what you've done, and then we can work to solve it together. That way, that's the best way to handle this.
This isn't what you described. It's not what I intended.
What did you intend?
Well, this, but on a slower time scale. It wasn't supposed to. It shouldn't have been so quick.
You intended this? What are you talking about, woman? I'd like to use intimidation, I think.
Yeah, go for it. She sort of. It's not the most sort of. It's not the most intimidating you've ever been. But she sort of takes a step back a little bit. She clearly seems quite uncomfortable at this point, and she says, I live in fear. I live in fear every day, and I had to do something to offer something.
Fear of what? Of whom?
Fear. You'll call me crazy. They all do.
I've seen crazy things in my life. Don't worry about it.
We're calling you murderous at the moment.
The black-eyed lady, she watches me. Every day she watches me. I feel her gaze.
What's the black-eyed lady? Is that a god or something that we'd know of?
Yeah, you could do a religion check for me if you want quick.
Yeah.
Nice, yeah. The black-eyed lady is the Raven Queen. Essentially the Mistress of Death.
Have I had that before? Oh, no, I've had that before.
She is part of just like normal D&D lore, so yeah.
Is she? But she's also used in.
She's
I
also
think.
doing Critical Role.
Yeah, because I was looking at.
I think she's in campaign 1, isn't she?
She's in campaign 1, yeah.
Yeah, I obviously didn't watch it. Yeah. Okay, fine. It's just like.
So she's watching you. So what's that got to do with poisoning the Mullins?
It did not seek to poison any particular person. I didn't mean for it to. I didn't mean to cause trouble like this, but she
Did someone make you do this?
Can I hear the conversation, by the way, Sam? From where I'm
probably bits and pieces. You probably can't hear word for word, but you probably get a general feel for what's being said. Yeah. And she just sort of, she sort of barely makes eye contact. Or any sort of confidence she had initially seems to have gone quite quickly as these details come out. And she tells you, every day I feel her black eyes watch me. I have a price to pay, and I don't know. I thought maybe by offering others, I could allay her desires for my own soul. I'm 36.
Insight check.
Yeah. No real reason to doubt. It certainly fits her general appearance.
Yeah, no, I was wondering if she was what debt do you have to pay?
I was ill. I was very ill, and I didn't want, death was not what I wanted for my life. I wanted to live a good age, to a good life.
So you made some sort of bargain?
No bargains, nothing like that. I went to Neelam's Grove, and I met a furbolg named Bajor, and he told me that he could cure me of my affliction, and he did, and it worked.
What's his name, sorry?
Bajor.
I didn't know just about that. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was not even close. What illness did you have?
And she sort of looks up. She looks up for a second, then she looks down again. She says, It was the Blight.
And he cured you.
Have we heard of the Blight?
You can make a medicine check for me, all of you, I guess. Yeah.
A lot of things you've messaged me about these sort of things. Would I know anything about this disease and illness?
Make a medicine check. I'll let you know.
Okay. Just because I was going back through what you had messaged me about my backstory.
That's cool. Leokin, do you want to make a medicine check for me as well?
Sure. I'm brilliant.
Well, as it happens, you say that that's a good enough result for any of you to So the Blight is it's a pretty rare disease, but it's not it's not something that you probably would have never heard of, even the lowest of those rolls. It's commonly accepted as incurable, extremely rare. Cases of it, it's not a common thing, and it's pretty not very well understood. There's no obvious contagion to it. It doesn't seem to spread in any kind of contagious fashion. And in general, it doesn't necessarily change your appearance. It has no outward effects on you other than just sort of general. It's almost just sort of sucks at your life forge. It's like life forge. You become like quite lethargic, and it's generally accepted that it essentially drains you of your life entirely.
There's no outward symptoms that someone would necessarily show being afflicted.
Most of the symptoms of it could totally pass as anything else, like cough, weakness, low energy levels. It can quite easily, each of the individual symptoms can be missed as other conditions, but as a whole, and as it would go on and be sort of not treated by treatments for those particular conditions, it tends to become quite clear that this is actually the Blight that's being dealt with.
We're not seeing these symptoms on this person right now.
She looks very healthy. No, there's no obvious signs of illness at all.
So you're telling me you went to Neelan's Grove and you met a furball called Bajor, and who told you to Neelan's Grove in the first place?
As a lore piece, everyone would know this. Neelam's Grove is the largest forest in Australia. It's located in the part of the Free Nations which was originally the Halfling Nation, and it's basically the Halflings, and also Australia as a whole, I guess, kind of considers it to be the home of nature itself. Nature is at home there. She tells you that she.
Which third? So which third is the? Is it this big forest near pear trees?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I went to Neelam's Grove myself, hoping to find any kind of natural answers, cures, anything that would give me more time or hope.
And this furball managed to cure you of the Blight, the incurable disease that kills everybody who gets it.
He did.
How?
He would not tell me. He taught me much. Most of my skills I use day to day I learned from him. But
was it a poultice? Was it a spell? Was it a potion?
There was some kind of almost like a ritual. It took hours. I mean, to me, it felt like days.
I didn't mean to do that.
Can I make an insight check on this?
She seems very uncomfortable, very not confident at all. Again, keeps looking down at the ground, but seems pretty genuine as far as you can read. Yeah.
So this Bajor cured you and taught you.
Yes.
How does that lead to being watched by the Dark Lady and poisoning the Mullins?
From that day onwards, every day I wake up and I can sense her presence. I sense her at the end of my bed every morning. I sense her stood over my shoulder as I work all day and every day. When I close my eyes last thing at night, I feel her stood over me. I had the blight. Just like anyone else with the blight, my soul was doomed. My life should not be. I should not have lived to this age I am now.
Can I sense the Raven Queen?
What, at the moment?
Yeah.
No, not particularly. Certainly there's no obvious sense of anything otherworldly or sort of mythical right now.
Ask if this mate was a follower of Corrin.
Corrin. She sort of looks at you and she says, "I've never heard of them."
Hmm. So, I still don't understand how you went from waking up every day and sensing that you've done something wrong and that you shouldn't be here, to thinking, so you just thought, if I poison?
I hope that if I gave her more souls than she expected, that maybe that would fill whatever hunger, desire, need she has for my own. I know it sounds stupid.
Can this be reversed? What you've done to these people, these innocent souls that you've condemned to death to sate your own desires to live.
Absolutely. She looks you up in the eye. She seems very confident in this. Yeah.
Do you have the broth?
I do not.
Make it quickly.
Would it be better if she accompanied us back to Griffinsteel and spoke to the people at the hospital?
I think she best.
I don't have the ingredients, and I promise you, no hospital in Griffinsteel would.
What do you need?
There's one ingredient. The scent alone would do it. Idle boar. It grows here in the forest. A single stem of idle boar would be enough. Just the scent alone would bring them back. I'm sure of it. I'm certain of it. I know it would.
Okay, and you say this idle boar grows in the forest. So why don't you have any in your supplies?
Because I live in fear as it is, and the fear of getting idle boar is beyond even me.
What do you mean?
And she tells you that it grows here in the forest, but the lurkers, the bearded ones, that's their area of the forest. I dare not step there.
Do those terms mean anything to me?
I'll get you all to make a nature check. Elwin is BRB, doesn't he? So I will roll one for him, and because this is forest based, he can even have a second one.
Oh, I'm just very good.
Yeah, Leakin knows.
Oh, absolutely rolling in the natural 20s, aren't you?
Elwin, on the other hand,
Yeah.
I'm back.
Yeah, he wasn't really paying attention. That's why.
Apparently, me rolling for you is not a good idea, Shane, because even with advantage, you got a 6 on a nature check for the forest. Sorry. Eleanor, Zirviel, and Leokin. Lurkers. That sort of rings a bell to you. There are stories of these evil little bearded creatures that sort of they live in the forest north of Griffinsteel, but it's almost like they're part of the forest. They can blend in perfectly with the forest. It's picking them out, even if you know they're there, can be extremely difficult.
They sort of like I'm thinking of like, do you play Magic? I don't know if you play Magic much.
I've dabbled, sadly.
I'm thinking of like the Lorwyn Hobgoblins.
Oh, I don't know.
Uh,
Maybe.
okay, and are they always? You say they're like small evil things, or like are they just going to attack you and kill you, or can you talk to them?
They're generally known to be quite violent, quite aggressive, very protective of wherever the areas of the forest that they consider to be theirs.
Okay.
So you're saying that even just a single stem of this plant would... Is that the only thing that's going to cure them?
It's the only thing I know of.
Oh my god.
How far away?
It's Idleborg grows here in this forest. There's an area it grows quite commonly. Maybe, I don't know, 40 minutes walk, half an hour, 40 minutes at most.
We're going into the forest again, aren't we?
Yeah, I think at this point, trying to quickly have a look at 1 second. But this stuff that she's doing, is this illegal? What she's doing?
No, I mean she's nothing that you've heard her mention so far. None of the ingredients and nothing you can see from what you can see in the workshop is magical. It's no different from just natural remedies. Whether one could argue of their effectiveness, I suppose, but nothing overtly illegal. No.
Okay,
She's
I know. So I'm
fully-
going to cast a spell. I'm going to cast a spell. I'm going to cast Mage Hand.
Mhm.
But I've got Mage Hand Ledger Domain. Ledger Domain.
Yeah.
So I can do it. I can do it silently, right?
Yes.
I think you can set an object. Can I cast it silently? I thought I could cast it silently as well, but maybe I can't. Oh, when I cast it, I can make my spectral hands invisible, and I can perform the additional tasks. Okay, so
Yeah.
Mage Hand is a verbal somatic.
Yes. You
Okay.
can make a stealth check if you want. See if you can sort of do it.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Covertly.
try and stealthily cast Mage Hand, and have that Mage Hand appear behind her,
Yeah. Sure.
invisible. So I'm gonna cast Mage Hand regardless.
Yeah.
The stealth check is to whether it's invisible or not.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So I'll move it behind her, and I want to push over the pot. Or just push over, or maybe just push over a bookshelf, something in there.
Sure.
Oh,
I mean, I can carry it's only 10 pounds. So what's 10 pounds? That's quite a lot of weight, I suppose. So maybe I
Yeah.
can push over. I would be a bit of a nuisance, basically. So I'm just go over there, visibly knock off maybe some bowls in, rather than
Yeah. And what? Just you just don't knock.
Oh, no, it's the pot. The pot. I'll knock the pot over, or do something to the fire of the pot.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, you can knock the pot over, and there's this sort of like crashing noise behind her. And she turns around immediately, sort of dashes in. There's like liquid sort of pouring over the ground, and as she dashed in, you can hear this sort of like squawking noise start sort of piercing through, quite high pitched through the air.
Walking noise. Where from?
cockatrice.
Cockatrice.
Cockatrice, yeah.
Yeah,
And I
from inside the
quickly,
workshop.
as soon as she's gone inside and looked away, I cast a message to Carl.
Literally stood here.
Yeah,
This
well,
is
I
the
know.
laziness of magic.
I don't want to hear as much. And I say we've got to in the forest, but we've got to cuff her first.
Yeah, I agree.
All that was just to get a message across to you that we should cuff her first. But also, I also look at the others and like quickly keep firing off these messages and like whisper real quietly so they can hear it. Like we've got to come up with a plan of what to do.
And you can hear her sort of like messing around there. She's like, "Oh, what's happened?" She's like sort of messing around. You can hear like stuff clattering around as she's sort of trying to sort of clear up this mess.
I'm gonna run downstairs real quick, so
Yeah,
I
go
guess
for it.
people decide what to do. That's what I was
Elwyn?
doing.
How dangerous is a cockatrice? I'll ask. That's,
I think he's back. You back, Shano?
Yeah, I'm back.
Oh yeah.
yeah. How
I came
dangerous
back
is a
from
How dangerous is a cockatrice? You recognised it last week.
Shane has no idea.
Yeah.
They not particularly intimidating, to be honest. They're quite aggressive to anyone that they are not sort of fond of, but they are not a particularly scary creature at all. If I was to estimate, you know, like if I was to give them a rating on their level of challenge, maybe 1/2.
That sounds my speed.
Can I like go around this corner, Sam?
Mm.
And can I pray to the Raven Queen to see if she replied to me?
Sure, you can attempt to.
I'll leave you to do that. I'll
Just to be clear, like this isn't like a physical. Is this a physical wall here?
I apparently can't get over it.
No, it's just
so,
like
yeah.
it's just like a banister around this sort of porch area.
Oh, so I see Elwyn doing this then.
I'm just going around the corner. I'm just going to be doing it in my head anyway. I won't be doing it out
Just
loud.
slinking around.
Oh, okay.
Do I remember the prayers or anything from people that I've been with?
You've spent enough time with followers of the Raven Queen that you are probably familiar with some of the ways they choose to commune with her. Yeah.
Sorry, what?
That.
Yeah, that was.
Alwyn's over 20 years old. He's doing
So I'm back. What did we decide to do?
You didn't miss anything.
No, you haven't missed anything at all. You definitely haven't missed any of the party praying to an evil deity or anything.
Who prays to fidelity?
No one. That's
like-
definitely one of the things you didn't miss.
For the record, evil deity is a bit strong in the
She's not evil, is she?
in the pantheon for this world. She is considered lawful neutral. She's not the Raven Queen in this pantheon for this world is not like she's not like death, as in like she's not like a Thentos figure. She just enforces what nature should be.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Who prayed to her?
No one.
Well,
Elwyn.
No one.
I mean-
no one that we know of.
but yeah, because I mean, but I would know, right? Like,
You're not here.
You're around the corner.
Yeah,
What?
it happened around the corner.
and everybody went around the corner, bar me to observe it, and then came back again.
No. There's two of us stood here that can see him go around the corner and do it. The two of you are stood by the door and cannot.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So I don't actually know.
No. Can I do the prayer and see if she's around? And if she's still following me?
Hello, Raven Queen. Are you in?
Yeah, you can. I've sent you a message in the chat via whisper.
Right. I will whisper to Eleanor. Do I go in and restrain her?
We should be more gentle.
What when she comes back out, you ask her nicely if she'll put the handcuffs on?
Pretty much. At this point, I'm going to rush the door and say, "Oh, sorry. Can I help you with it? Anything?"
And as soon as you come through the door, this cockatrice again just sort of like starts squawking even louder, sort of screaming and almost like hissing in your direction, and just like it sort of just sits on top of this basket in the far corner of where you are, but it's quite aggressively sort of gesturing towards you.
What does the woman say?
And she just says, "No, I must not have said it. I must not have said it flat when I started brewing this morning. But the distraction of everything that's going on, and you can see she's just sort of like there's kind of like there's liquid all over the floor, this sort of mixture, whatever it was she was brewing. But it's kind of there's not much to be done other than sort of mopping up this liquid. Really, there's
I've dismissed my mage hand now. By the way, can I do that? Can I just dismiss it? Yeah, I can. I'll say, given that unfortunately your brew has been ruined, I don't know. Maybe I know we disturbed you. Maybe something was disturbed when we came and knocking on your door. Awfully sorry about that. Hopefully we can get you back on track. But before we do, let's go to the forest together.
Can you lead us to where this stuff can be got, and we'll get some?
I can't. They terrify me.
Don't worry, I'll protect you.
Trust me.
Unless you mean people outside, in which case, to be honest, I agree with you.
The lurkers are the least of your worries right now.
I'll get Carl to make a persuasion chat.
Yeah.
Oh, I am just so persuasive.
Absolutely not. No, I can't.
Yeah, you can. Why can't you?
She really can't now.
This is so stereotypical guard. I hate to do it, but I'll step in and grab her.
Whoa. In that case, let's all roll initiative.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yay!
Yeah.
Well done, Carl. Now look what you done. Jesus.
Well, as fate would have it, Carl is top of initiative.
Yeah, that's the first time.
What would you like to do, Carl?
I would like to. I think I would like to grab her and restrain her.
Yeah, make an opposed strength check, I guess.
Okay.
Hey.
Whoa.
Oh. Boo. 2 nat 20s though. Come on.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, you reach out, Carl, and you were both naturally successful, but you more so. You're able to restrain her. You using those manacles, were you, or you were just like grappling her yourself?
I think I was probably just grabbing her, and then I'm hoping that someone else will put the manacles on her.
Okay, she is grappled. Eleanor, you're up next.
I have manacles on my belt.
I grab the manacles, then I go to the side of her, put my arm around her, but like, listen, nothing's bad's gonna happen. We're just gonna go in the forest. We need you to guide us. And as I'm like being nice to him, it's like, it's okay. Handcuffs on.
I will get you to make a sleight of hand.
I'm not doing it sleight of handy. I'm just like.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were like trying to calm her and then do it like okay. In that case,
It's just like the things coming out of my mouth are not the same as the things that my body is doing.
Okay, I'll get you to make a strength check, and she will do the same but with disadvantage.
I am not good at strength. Strength check is
advantage because she's grappled. She's held.
Well, she's got a 2, so that.
She got disadvantage, so yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, you're able to restrain her. The Oaken. Oh, sorry, go on.
Well, no, I'll back her out of here, but I don't know if the others have got stuff to do first.
Yeah, with the rest of my turn, I'll just move out of here
Yeah.
because to make space.
The Oaken, anything on your turn?
You are muted, by the way, Cody.
Aha.
He's taking less.
So wait, are they inside that little room?
Yeah,
Yeah.
in this workshop through here.
Cool. So I accidentally did just move a second ago. Now it says I've moved 30. Wait, no.
You got one more. Like 30 would be there.
Yeah. Cool. So, are we killing them?
Whoa!
She is she's handcuffed in manacles at the moment.
Oh.
I think the default in this campaign, certainly so far, and certainly if they're like human, is to not kill them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just assume we're not killing things,
Boo.
and then I think it'll become readily apparent if we are killing them.
Can I just try like grab hold of them and make sure they can't like run away with the handcuffs?
Yeah, you could just like aid Carl.
Given they're not
Carl's got her
people.
grappled, but you can grapple her
Yeah.
as well. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Cool.
much better. Let's get her out of here, lad.
Elwyn.
I'm just gonna stand there and watch.
Okay. Cool. On her turn, she will just struggle, try and get herself loose, but apparently, that is a 0. Yeah, she sort of struggles, but you guys have got a pretty good hold on her. She can't really seem to do much at all. Then all of a sudden, this cockatrice just bursts forwards towards you, Leokin, and just with its beak just takes a bite at you. But you sort of almost, as you're sort of like struggling to hold her in place, it's almost like you end up moving out of the way of it anyway, as you see it sort of squawking and rushing towards you. Xavier.
Right. So. Oh, good. Okay. I just look really confused at Elwyn, like, because I think I saw something going on there, and I'm not quite sure what was happening. So just give a bit of a puzzled look, and I will kind of, hearing some action, like take my quartz staff off my back and kind of just hold that ready, in case anyone charges at me or anything. In case anyone charges out of this building at me.
That's cool. Carl, back around to you. You've got her manacled and grappled at the moment.
Come on, lad. Let's get her out of here. Get away from this bird. Can I? What I want to do is, I want to wait. I want to hold my turn until Leokin takes her past me.
Yep.
And then, if the bird comes after Leokin, then I'll.
Yeah. So you just like hold an attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Cool.
I'll just I'll indicate to him to get out the door, and that's it.
No worries. Eleanor.
Yeah, so my one thing I'm going to do is just walk slightly back into the room, just enough. Like it's all a bit tight around here, but just enough to pull out my rapier, point it directly at Katie, and say, "Katie, cool off your bird. Didn't have to end like this. Let us help you atone for your sins and make things right." I was actually going more intimidation, but persuasion.
Okay, there you go. Whichever you prefer.
Intimidation is slightly worse, but only by 5. Only by 2, so both room and fine.
That's cool. I'm just going to make.
I really want to kick the bird.
Bet you dare.
Yeah, she sort of listens to you, and you see her. She sort of turns round to the cockatrice. She says, gut whisper, calm."
Come on now, love. And I want to walk. I'm not going to get out of the way just for more space reasons.
Leokin. You might be muted again. I'm unsure.
Yeah.
I am, sorry. I keep doing that, I'll stop. Can I just push the bird back like a tiny bit without hurting it?
Just try and like shove it or something.
Yeah, just try push it away from me.
Yeah, I'll get you to make. I'll tell you what I'll get you to do. I'll get you to make a dexterity check first, because it's quite small and sort of dashing around.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, you sort of. I guess I'll play fair and let it make a dexterity check as well. But I suspect Okay.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's a little bit. It's quite small and it's sort of darting around and squawking, and you're just not able to. You sort of try and grab at it and push it. You're not able to quite do it. I'm afraid. Any bonus actions you want to do?
No.
Get her out of it.
Elwyn, you can just listen in.
Yeah, I'm just listening. Checking out the wind.
Fair. Okay. On her turn, she actually does nothing. She sort of stops struggling again, and she just again turns around. She says, gut whisper, calm. Listen to me. Listen to me."
Back 1 sec.
And the bird, the bird sort of again bites its beak down at you, Leokin, and actually hits. It's a Constitution saving throw for you.
Okay.
Oh dear.
That's five piercing damage, and you you become basically you feel your. It's almost like you can start to feel your whole body turning to stone. And you are restrained.
Brilliant.
Wait,
Yay.
what happened?
He's a were-cockatrice.
The bird bit Leokin,
Oh,
and Leokin is now
Half man.
I got trees.
stunned in some way.
Yeah, so you sort of, it bites you. It does, like I said, it does this like 5 piercing damage to you, Lokin, and then all of a sudden, almost immediately, you can just feel your whole body just like all your muscles stiffen. It's like it's not even like your muscles are hard. It's almost as if they are turned to stone. You just feel like you have no control over them at all. Xavier, is your turn.
Brilliant. So I don't see any of this. I can just about see Leokin where I am. So
Yeah, you probably see him stop moving. You probably see him sort of mid-motion, sort of stop moving.
Oh, bloody hell. I have to move through Eleanor, so sorry, Eleanor. Kind of poke my head in. What the bloody hell's going on in here?
The Oaken just does not reply, does not turn to you.
Right.
Just-
Okay.
Get her out of here.
Repeating himself. Someone will
Yeah.
listen.
I'm really strong, so I can do that.
It's like training all over again.
So I will attempt to pull this lady out of the building with my great strength.
Yeah,
Or
she
her out of the building.
she pretty willingly follows. She puts up no real struggle or anything.
And I will do the rest of my movement back this way to get her out. I don't know how far I can go, but
Yeah, that's all
I think
good.
it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. Yeah, that's as far as I can get.
Go on.
Yeah. I
And
think that's everything.
as you do that, the bird sort of also sort of calms down, almost as if it's sort of listening to Caristio at this point, and actually just lands on Leokin's shoulders, and it's almost Carl, you almost for a second, almost as if the cockatrice has a little bit of a smug look about itself as it does so.
Is it pooing on me?
No, it doesn't poo on you. Just sort of lands on your shoulders. We'll count that. We'll count that as a victory. Though you guys seem to have controlled this, so you can have some XP for
Wow.
Does anything else happen to Leokin as we're...
that. The Oaking, can you make a Constitution saving throw for me?
Me? Wait, Constitution?
Yeah.
It's a 19, because I can see him.
Oh yeah, you can do that, can't you? Yeah.
I think it works for say. Let me just check. I think it works for any
I
roll.
think that's right. I think it's any D20 roll.
Attack roll, saving throw, ability check.
Yeah.
It's
The
a-
Oaking,
it's
yeah.
a 19.
You feel all of a sudden you can control your muscles again.
Whoa.
Was that what I thought it was? By the way, was that going to turn into what I thought it was?
I don't know. Stone.
Yeah.
Werebird.
Was that?
Can
He's too
I?
small to be.
That's just natural cockatrice from the monster manual. Like,
Yeah, they petrify, right?
yeah, they do.
Yeah. So I'm glad I used the 19. We were about to have a statue of a Leokin.
No.
So,
Quite amusing.
you okay, lad?
Yeah, I'm fine.
It's strange,
Muscles
like
feel-
to you, Carl. Like Leokin just stopped for literally like 2-3 seconds, but just
Yeah,
was
it looked like
entirely motionless for a moment.
Looked like you froze there.
Bird just like really confused me, and I just like had to really like think about it for a couple minutes, for a couple seconds.
There's not time in combat, I think. You just
And-
need to. Next time, just do what I say.
Gut Whisper, as Zerviel sort of leads Kiristiona out, Gut Whisper just sort of flies over to go and stand on her shoulder. Leokin, you do get opportunity attack if you want it.
No.
Oh,
Could I try tame the bird?
Can you what? Sorry,
Try tame the bird.
try and tame the bird.
Yes, the Cormac isn't here to kill it.
Wow.
You can make an animal handling check for me.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasted my 19 already. Damn it.
Come on, please.
No, it doesn't really seem to respond to you, I'm afraid.
Can I? No, I'm not joking. I was gonna say, can I kill the bird?
That box it was sat on, apart from
Yes.
being a handy artifact that's just on the map, is that a cage for carrying the bird around in?
Yeah, it looks like a basket. There's nothing else in it. It's almost like a wicker basket with a load of openings. Looks like it's full whisper gut. Yeah.
Hey kid, lad, go and get that basket. Let's get the bird in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys can take that out.
Okay.
Okay.
Whoa. What was that for?
It was a dice.
Just something for myself.
Okay. I can't get out of the room.
Apologies, I'm just eating dinner, by the way, hence why I'm a bit
Yeah.
absent.
No worries.
So,
go on.
Can Leokin and I get the bird back in the basket?
Yeah, the bird sort of is initially a bit sort of not receptive to this, but Kiristiona just sort of calls out to him, Gut Whisper, be calm. These people seem genuine enough. They don't mean us any harm. And yeah, he sort of calms down and sort of almost just sort of quite of his own accord, just sort of flies into this basket.
Good. Shut the basket up, and you're foolish enough to get bitten by it. You can be foolish enough to carry it. I'll say to Leokin.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, not disagreeing.
Maybe you can become friends with it.
Yeah. Until Cormac comes back, then it'll kill it. Oh yeah, you're not in Jake's campaign. You don't get understand.
No, I do. I am aware of
Cormac's
some of
His
the
dog killing.
dog killing that
Yes.
is rumoured. So well, that was impressive. Next time, let's maybe try and restrain one person without anyone taking any damage.
We're getting closer to that point.
You know, we're getting there.
Yeah. No one was actually paralysed and fell unconscious.
Soon we'll achieve Leon's pacifist dream of D&D combat with no damage.
With no damage dice. Yeah, because that's all we need.
Well, right. So we're going to head off to get some of this root.
Yeah.
I reckon, yeah.
I think
Might
so.
as well.
Kiristiona, she's still quite reluctant about this, quite clearly, but you know she can tell she's not in a position to win any kind of confrontation here.
Is there anyone else in this hut? We'll ask her.
No, she tells you. No, I live alone.
Just just because I can.
Yeah, seems
good enough for
genuine
me.
again. Again, she certainly gives off the impression of someone that knows they're not in a position to really oppose you right now.
Right, let's go.
Yeah.
Well, get a. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. She's quite reluctant, but she sort of leads you further into the forest. Doesn't take too far. 25 minutes, half an hour or so. You come across a clearing out in the forest. 1 second. Let's have a look. Where are your tokens? Here they are.
I mean, I'm back, by the way. Well, I mean, I was never gone, but I'm no longer eating.
Yeah.
Throughout all this, by the way, I do repeatedly reassure her, and I'm being quite genuine, that we'd mean absolutely no harm to her as long as we can right the mistake that she's made. Like, well, she has to help us do it.
Yeah, she seems really complicit with everything you say. She certainly doesn't. She puts up no physical struggle, and she doesn't really seem to disagree with anything you say. She seems quite unhappy with herself more than anything, I suppose. Yeah, she leads you. Sorry, go on.
I'll just mumble as this is kind of going on as she's talking to her as we're walking along. I'll just mumble to Elwyn. Yeah, and I didn't mean her any harm. Pulled a rapier on her though.
Yeah. I wasn't really paying.
Yeah, Elwyn, you were not involved much in that at all.
Right.
Yeah, she sort of leads you further into the forest, and you sort of starting to get into this quite the forest as you're sort of this area you're traveling through becomes the trees are quite high. It becomes quite dark as you're sort of traveling through it, and her pace almost sort of slows. She becomes more and more aware of all the surroundings, and she's constantly telling you to look out. She says they blend in perfectly with the forest itself. You could look directly at one moment, and then without it even moving, you'll lose track of it. She explains to you they're horrible, small, little, almost gnomish creatures. And you carry on. Every now and again, she stops, and you almost see she almost sort of jumps. Every now and again, she stops and almost sort of gasps out, convinced that one of these lurkers she's mentioned is there, but nothing ever really seems to happen.
Are we talking about lurkers or golf balls? Because golf balls seem to disappear when you look at them.
Yeah, they certainly do. No, that is.
It's the lurkers that take the golf balls.
Yes.
Yeah, it must be. I have a lot of lurkers on my local course.
And you continue down. You eventually come to this another sort of clearing in the forest, and just up ahead of you, in this patch around here, you can just see dotted all over the place. There's this sort of. It stands about 3 foot high, and it stands like perfectly straight, and it's this sort of like chalky white coloured sort of stem. She points to it and she tells you that's it, that's Idlebore. And you can quite quickly all smell this very pungent scent. It's got this it's not disgusting, but it's very strong, quite overpowering sort of scent.
Similar to the mullein smell?
No, not particularly, no.
That's something. So I'd look to her and say there's nothing much going on here. Go and get some stuff.
Well, you want
You're
her
all
to
what?
go and get.
No,
If
no.
you're all worried about the smell, it's fine. Drow can't smell, so I can go get it.
You can't smell at all. That could be a thing. I don't know.
I give you a cheeky wink because I walk across the clearing.
It's all fine, he says.
This can't go wrong. The game's paused for no reason whatsoever, I'm sure.
Yes.
It's just while the GM looks up whether drows can smell or not.
Yeah.
But you can imagine a world in which drows can't smell, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
This one.
Is it drows can't smell, or is it that they can't look up? I can never remember.
I thought they couldn't do a shoelace.
Okay, I get halfway across. Oh, do you know what? It might be that. Oh dear. That's
Yours
some
roll
dice.
initiative.
Cole second, nat 20 on initiative.
Whispercut's rolled initiative as well.
We've
So that's-
rolled a lot of nat 20s in general.
I have, yeah.
Not just you, but everybody like today, including yourself. Quite incredible, actually.
Yeah, we'll go into initiative. You guys are at the wrong end of a surprise round, I'm afraid.
Weirdly, not a surprise.
Who would have thought?
So,
It's
yeah,
great to see the tanky drow in the middle. That's great for everybody.
Don't you worry about it.
So, I see. We're just running through the round, right?
It's not been 4 hours, right? So you still got mage armor up.
I still got mage armor and I got shield prepared. Don't you worry.
all of a sudden, as you're sort of walking forward these idle bore, Zerville, a couple of the stems just up ahead of you almost just sort of part, and all of a sudden you just see dashing forwards towards you. This almost looks like a green beard. You can see like there's almost like mushrooms growing out of this creature's head. It sort of almost looks like the forest itself moving. Stands maybe 4 feet tall, and just sort of dashes at you immediately. Before you realise it, you see it's actually, despite its sort of small body, it actually has a really large greatsword in its hand.
Of course it does, yeah.
It's a fungus dwarf.
It just dives forwards towards you. Obviously, you're totally surprised to see nothing coming, and it just swings this greatsword at you.
Total 19. Damn, even casting shield doesn't help with that. Cool.
And yeah, at disadvantage, it gets a 19.
Disadvantage?
Yes, which is enough to hit you
Okay.
for 10 slashing damage.
Yep. That's a big hit.
And almost exactly the same moment, you sense movement behind you.
Yeah.
And you turn just in time to see another one of these creatures, this time with like a large like spiked maul in its hands. And it just swings at you again. That one just critically misses you. Just swings well wide of you.
He saw the shiny spot on my butt.
We get to the end of the round. You feel a lot more comfortable until all of a sudden you see another one dash at you from the south. And this one just instead it seems to have no weapons, but just swings a claw at you instead. This like horrible clawed hand it has. Again, you just sort of, luckily you seem to have got a feel for the fact that these things are around you. You just sort of duck out of the way as this happens.
Yeah.
Carl, all of a sudden you see these 3 horrible looking green bearded creatures surrounding Zerville.
Just for a tenth of an action, I'll just wonder if this just happens to him all the time, because it wouldn't surprise me. I will step forward. That's not forward. That's sideways. I'm pulling my shield and sword, I think.
Mhm.
And yeah. So that one there had a sword.
This one that you're next to at the moment had the maul. This
Had
one's
the
got a
maul,
great
that's fine.
sword, and this one seems to be unarmed.
I'll start with the one with the maul. That's fine.
Yeah.
And I've checked for cover. There is no cover. Excellent.
But hey,
I think I might need to. Where's my sword gone? Inventory. So I'm going to hit it.
seems good.
Oh God, no, I'm not. Somehow I've. That's better. Oh,
All good. No.
found it.
Yeah, you sort of swing your sword down, but I don't know if it's because it's a little small, because it blends in, even with its movement, sort of making it more avert. It sort of blends in just enough that you just sort of swing slightly too high over the top of it.
I can cope with that. And I think, move-wise, that will probably do me. But I'll move in there and try and stop it so they can't flank him.
Xavier.
Awesome. Totally doesn't change anything at all. Now I have no idea what to do. Sorry. I had a plan. My plan no longer works. Unless my plan now involves also setting fire to Carl.
That would
If
be
it's
quite
magical,
funny.
then do it.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I had 2 plans. One was Burning Hands, 2 was Sword Burst, both of which do an AoE
You're
effect. And Carl is now stood where that AoE effect would happen.
That's, I think that's worth it.
The man
But I
doesn't
have
understand
also-
magic.
I have also just been surrounded by these guys, and 1 hit from them took away half my hit points.
I think whatever does more damage.
Carl bought a Helix kit. Let's use it on him.
I mean, it's not like I'll use my Mage Killer reaction to punch you or anything. This time.
Well, this is difficult actually. I will. Oh God. I am gonna move to here. How does it work with if I do Burning Hands?
Yep.
Like, I don't think any way I put it, I can hit
Oh.
these guys. If I do that, are we casting that as it misses both of them?
Yeah, anything it has to get half of their square to get him. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Thought that was the case. Yeah, I will do. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Sword Burst. Yeah. Every creature within 5 feet of me. Wow. For 1 point of damage, needs to make a Dexterity saving throw.
Oh, it's selected. You'll have to roll
Apparently,
yours, but, yeah.
including me. And everyone rolled really well, except for Carl. Brilliant. Well, my spell DC is 13, so Carl is literally the only one that takes damage there.
Yeah, Carl takes 1 damage.
Yeah.
Carl, do you want to use Mage Slayer?
I will not use Mage Thing. So describe what's the spell? What's the Sword Burst look like?
So you see, I get surrounded, and I take this hit, and I kind of just duck down for a second, and just like kind of throw my hands above myself, and just this burst, these like spectral blades just kind of shoot out in a circle around me, and most of these guys just dodge out of the way of them.
And it just sort of hits me.
You
and
get scraped across the shoulder or something with one.
That almost hurt. Yeah.
And I just look to you. I'm like, sorry. Just work here.
Anything else after that successful turn?
I don't even bloody know. That was a cantrip, so I can bonus action spell if I had any spells that were bonus actions.
You
I
don't.
not. So
I'm just guessing
no.
because you're a wizard.
Yeah, I don't have like Misty Step or anything, which would be a great spell to have prepared right now.
You have level 2 spells, right?
I do have level 2 spells, yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh. Should I have missed it then?
Should have done. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Would have been great. Cool.
Lesson learned.
That's me done.
Charistiona starts. She starts sort of struggling with those manacles again. She turns to you, Ellen, next to her. She says, release me, I can help." Then this moss lurker takes his next turn, and he just lifts that great sword again and swings it at you. That one's a miss though.
Looked to me like he hit his friend there. I'm just saying.
Good try.
Um,
Yeah, and he lifts the greatsword up. It's almost like the sword is way too big for his body, and he just almost sort of falls backwards as he lifts it over his head, then swings it back at you. But he's off balance. It's too large for him. Leokin.
Me, I'm not on mute.
Good. That's a start.
Here's a start. So after looking at my friend's hilarious attempt of trying to hit some moss lurkers with his sword burst, I'm gonna try hit the ones here.
Whoa! Before you do that,
Wait.
are you paying attention to what's going on?
But I'm confused. So I thought, wait.
The ones behind you are the ones you brought in handcuffs to this place.
Oh
You can hit her by all means.
no!
I knew you didn't like her.
I accidentally moved at the start. Can I please?
Yes, fine. Yeah, you can get that far.
Wait. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fabulous.
25, yeah. You sort of swing your greatsword, but again, quite similar to Carl. It's almost like these things blend in so well with their surrounding area, even with the weapons in their hands. And again, you just sort of swing wide of it.
Come on, guys. I'm supposed to be crap at
Eleanor.
combat. You're not.
Yeah. Just go here. There's just one person left. That's all I can see, right?
Sorry.
There's three of them.
I can only see one. Yeah, I can't see those ones. Let me refresh quickly.
Yeah, try refreshing. It's kind of weird this keeps happening.
Yeah. That's all good.
I couldn't see any either, so I'm going to refresh. I thought they were just so small they weren't on the screen. Okay.
People see better now?
Still loading for me, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Oh yeah, all good.
Cool.
Okay, cool. So I can get sneak attack on ranged attacks, right?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Cool. Can I get sneak attack on ranged spell attacks?
No, I don't think so. I'll double check the word on sneak attack, I think.
I read it. It seemed like it
Sneak
didn't
attack
stop
has to be with a finesse weapon, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, you
What
must use a
attack?
finesse or ranged weapon.
Yeah.
Any
so
finesse
spell-
weapon or
spell
any
roll
ranged weapon.
Oh yeah. My hands are a weapon.
No, we clarified actually they're not, unfortunately.
We did.
It's a shame,
Are they?
but they don't count. So you can't holy weapon a monk.
Okay, cool. In that case, I'll just stay here and just short bow.
Nice, yeah, it's a hit.
So sneak attack, yeah.
Yay!
Nice, yeah. 4 for initially and another 8 for the sneak attack.
Wow, that's quite hardy. For some reason, I thought the things would just like be numerous and small, but they're not.
I
This
was
is-
hoping so.
This isn't like beating up an alchemist in a laboratory. This is a proper fight.
Anything else for you, Eleanor?
Have you been in there many times, guard?
Well, beating up an alchemist in a laboratory.
Well, I think
Fight.
closer to what you've been doing, beating up drunks for their pocket change. Anyway, yes, I'm done.
This one here with the mace, he turns back round to Leokin, who's the last one to swing something at him, and he swings this maul back at you. But yeah, it's a miss. Whisper Gut is still in the. You just sort of hear this movement, like squawking, coming out of that basket. Elwyn, you are up.
Are these going to be on like 3/4 cover?
If there's any friendlies in front of them or anything, they'll have 3/4 cover for someone in front of them, and they're quite small.
Okay, and obviously I can't go there because Eleanor's in the way, right?
Yeah.
I'll just hold an action. If someone comes into a better sight, I'll do a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. This one here, he sort of senses some advantage on this bloodied wizard, and so he just swings his claws at the wizard again. I believe the wizard has a response.
Yeah.
Oh, he's hit me. Shield. My
Nice.
bubble.
Yeah, you shield.
Magic.
Yeah, so
bubble.
he sort of claws towards you, and then all of a sudden you just see this burst of energy around Xavier as he gains his magical shield.
Was only 4 points of damage. That's a shame.
I'll ask again because it only seems fair. Mage Slayer?
No, not this time.
Cool, it's your turn, Carl.
I'm assuming if I move around the top of Zivial, then the guy at the bottom's going to get a
He would, yeah.
attack on me. Yeah, so I will stay where I am and attack him with the longsword.
Nice. Yeah, so hit. Good hit as well. Yeah, it does 10 damage to him. Yeah, you see him sort of stumble back. It's quite a strong hit on him.
And I will spend a superiority dice and attempt to trip him.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what it actually does because I didn't read the thing properly. Where is it? Trip. Trip attack. Expend one superiority dice. You add your superiority dice to the damage roll.
Cool. So you get an extra 2.
And if it's larger or large or smaller.
Yep.
If it's large or smaller, it must make a strength saving throw.
Cool.
On a failed save, it will become prone. No, that doesn't look good.
What's your DC?
It says it's a strength saving throw, so it doesn't.
DC 12.
Oh, DC 12. Yes, it does.
So yeah, he succeeds.
He survived.
You get the extra damage on him though,
yeah.
Shield Man.
Hi. I'm still not doing great, and my shield's gone, and that was a really bad use of a spell slot.
Now you're wizarding.
Like this is wizard's chess.
Get out of here.
See, here's the issue I've got, is because I now know that was only going to do 4 slashing damage. But I don't know whether that means that was just a very low roll, or whether it's a low damage dice. Because part of me is tempted to step away from that guy.
Yeah, I think you can see my results, but not the dice, right? I believe.
Can't see the dice that you roll. Like,
What a mystery.
The other guy's a great sword.
I'm going to step to here.
Okay, so the guy with the claws gets his opportunity attack on you. I'm just going to bring you back for 1 sec so he can do that.
Oh, damn it. Yeah, you roll very quick. I was going to make it an 8, but...
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. It's an 8 in that case. So yeah, just...
It's 8 plus modifiers, so
Yeah.
I don't know whether that would hit or not, but...
it will not.
Because that was a natural 20, was it?
That wasn't
Whoa.
a 20.
I saw the number pop up, it said 24, I was like...
That's not good.
Yeah.
Cool, so he doesn't hit me, right?
No, it doesn't. You're good.
Although on a natural 20, he still did only do 10 damage. But that is enough to knock me unconscious. So, but that is my other use of Portent gone. So they are already gone. But I am now going to cast Burning Hands.
Cool.
In this... Oh, this works, right?
Yeah.
That gets 2 of them.
It does.
Oh, wow. Great rolls. Yeah. Nice. They both take 7 points of fire damage.
Yeah.
Hoping, because they're moss people, they're weak to it. That's the thought process anyway. We'll see. Oh, jeez. Damn it. Oh, well.
Oh, I just moved
Oh.
that one diagonally.
He wanted a hug.
Yeah, take 7 each.
Okay, they weren't weak to it. Crap. Okay, my turn's done.
Caristiona again. This time she turns to you, Elwin, and again she sort of gestures those manacles and she says, "Let me out! Let me out! I can help." And this moss lurker here, he's sort of like, you see him sort of like some of the sort of that grassy beard of his is almost like it's still sort of embers on it from that fire attack you just did, and he just sort of growls at you horribly, Xavier, and swings the greatsword at you again. But that's a miss. Leokin.
Me. We've done really a lot of damage on all of these guys altogether.
One of them's bloodied.
Yeah, we've only hit one of them, I think.
That's
I think
much
I hit
better.
one.
Much better.
That's much better. Whoa. That's a lot of dice.
They're wounded. Don't worry.
There. Rerolled his 2 into a 1.
Yeah, successful.
What else can I do?
Any bonus action?
No.
No?
No.
Cool. Eleanor.
I'm gonna stash my bow, put up my rapier, then charge into this guy and stab him.
Nice. Yeah, he looks pretty wounded at the
Oh, I'll
moment.
stand here.
Yeah, that's cool.
Rapier just does like just click like the eye.
Yeah, it's a hit.
Nice.
Nice. 11
Rude.
damage is enough even without sneak attack.
But
Lethal or non-lethal?
sneak attack. Oh, lethal.
You can still do it, but yeah. Nice. We have
I'll
our...
chop into bits.
Very nice.
Then I'll finish my turn by closing down this one.
Yeah. Cool. That one that you just swung at, Leokin, just swings his maul straight back at you. And that is a big miss. And again, Elwin, next to you, you've just got all that squawking and movement in the basket again. It's your turn.
Oh,
Is that a better shot?
They still get 3/4 cover there.
There?
3/4 cover. You've got... They're small and you've got 2 people there.
Alright, I won't move. I'll stay right with them. I don't like shooting through people, but hey ho.
What's the worst that can happen? Yeah, even with 3/4 cover, it hits.
Whoa.
That's with disadvantage and 3/4 cover. I don't know where the disadvantage came from, but... yeah, you hit for 4 damage. Anything else for you, Elwin?
Yeah. Oh, I didn't mean to move. I was meant to do tape ruler thing.
Ah, that's cool.
Oh, sorry, it's not bonus action. Correct with my own spell. That is not good. I will not be releasing them.
Okay. Carl, back round to you.
Okay, I will sack that one that's there.
Nice, just hit.
And then I will, again, superiority dice, and this time I'm going to try and disarm it.
Yeah, cool. I think... sorry, you've done it.
Yeah. And that, again, adds to the damage, and it makes a strength saving throw on a... Oh, no, that's the same thing. Oh, no, it's exactly the same, yeah, DC 12.
Cool. passes.
And then I'm going to action surge, if I may.
Nice, yeah. Your
And I'm gonna
superiority dice effects, by the way, I'm pretty sure I set them up so if you can actually roll them, and I think it will do the checks and stuff.
Oh, okay.
I think I did that. I certainly intended to.
I will try that next time. Because I've just got spirit. Right, so I'll step forward to there.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to attack that one instead.
Nice. Yes, another hit.
And that's got a great sword, hasn't he? So I will attempt to disarm him using the disarming attack. So I'll click on that. You must target at most... Oh, okay. Try again.
Yeah, boy, look at that.
Oh, he still made the...
God damn it.
We should take another 3 there.
Yeah. That's me done.
Nice. Xavier.
Oh, it's me again, is it?
It is.
Oh, how exciting!
Oh, it's back.
Right, I've got basically bugger all I can do, which is fantastic.
Run and take 2 attacks.
Well, it's like loads of my stuff is AoE stuff, and I can't avoid AoEing people.
You're saying you're not a team player?
Don't fancy blowing you up, to be quite honest. I think you'd hit me. I am going to it's disadvantage though. Yeah, I'm not going to waste a spell slot on disadvantage. I'll just cast Firebolt at this guy that's next to me. At disadvantage. I should have used a spell. I take 6 points of fire damage. Which he's weak to, right? Obviously.
Sure.
Back 1 second, folks.
Anything else for you?
I genuinely don't think I have bonus actions. But I actually don't think I have anything that is a bonus action.
Nice.
So, yeah, I literally don't. I've just checked.
Okay. Caristione again, she gestures at you well with those manuscripts. She says, "What's wrong with you? Let me out. I can help. I can help with this." Then that moss lurker there, he's been getting attacked from all around. But he's going to carry on going for the one he deems the weakest. He swings that greatsword again. That's a miss.
Mage Armor's doing me good.
Leokin.
Hello.
Hello. You're supposed to say, "I am Leokin."
I am Leokin. I'm gonna hit this guy.
Yeah, cool.
See if I can kill him. That hits. That's damage.
Nice, that's a big hit. That's 13 damage.
Yeah!
Non-lethal or lethal?
Well, wait, what does the round symbol mean?
Oh, it means it took a reaction on its turn.
Oh. Lethal then.
Nice. Eleanor. Oh, sorry, yeah, if you want to make a move, you can go for it, mate.
Yeah. I was gonna move to here.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, it's Charlie back.
Oh, yeah, duck out, didn't he, for a sec?
So, do you have like Savage Attacker or something? Is that what's re-rolling the damage die? Or is that something else?
I don't know. I can check.
Here's great weapon fighting.
Right, so that's what re-roll the
When you
dice.
roll a 1 or 2 on a damage die, you re-roll it. You have to use a new
it,
re-roll.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It has to be
trying
two-handed or versatile.
Trying to make sense of the formula. I assume that was what it was.
Re-rolling a 2 into 1 is
Re-roll anything that is less than or equal to a 2. But yeah, that just didn't end well, I guess. But it worked out nicely that time. So. Can't wait to play my Blade Singer Wizard instead.
now slightly regretting, as that one's about to die, that when you hit it with the firebolt, that I didn't take the Mage Slayer reaction to punch you, because that would have given me.
I think if you punch me, I'd die.
Yeah.
So...
that would give me 3 actions in the whole turn, because I took my action surge.
Action surge and punch me as a reaction.
If I could do that and then bonus action second wind, that would be everything I can do in one turn.
You wait till you get to a high. If you get this character to a nice high level, you can, as a fighter at top level, pull off like something ridiculous, like 13 attacks in a turn.
I shall look forward to that.
It's absolutely ridiculous. It requires a little bit of help from a wizard, but it's doable.
Oh,
yeah.
that's not happening then.
If only you knew one.
That's
mainly because one of the attacks comes from having haste cast on.
Haste. Oh.
So
I'll try and find a nice ring of haste.
Try and find a trustworthy wizard.
Yeah, I don't think there is such a thing.
Nah, not really.
But as I said back at the previous place. Oh, is that you, Charlie?
Yeah, I'm on deck. I'm on, right?
Yes, it's yours, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I just rapier that.
Yeah, all good.
Oof.
So missed that one.
I said, no.
I'm gonna die.
And Elwyn, again, you just hear all that noise coming from Whisper Guts' basket again. And it's your turn.
Yeah, shoot Carl in the back.
Yeah, wouldn't be the first time this combat.
To be fair, I attacked your front.
Okay, yeah, that is true. And I'm not entirely sure that 1 damage counts as an attack.
And yeah, 1 point of damage, and I didn't really know you were there. I had my head down.
He was just so shocked that it just like blew his mind away.
I'm going to assume that would have done loads of damage, but you pulled the arcane power at the last second.
It's exactly what it was, yeah.
And his heart just started beating, and then it just went like.
Does she look like she would be an enemy if I released her?
I mean, she's been asking you to release so she could help every round of this combat.
I kind of look at her and go,
Just leave her. We're nearly done.
Mm.
Only one there.
She's just going to run.
That one's a miss, I'm afraid.
Oh, I hit Eleanor instead.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Anything else for you?
I would just shake my head at her.
Just refuse. Carl?
Yep. Let's see. Yeah. That's what I would like to do.
Nice.
Hey.
And then if it's still alive,
It is.
I'll try and disarm it again. Oh, 1 extra damage. Yes.
Nice. He is disarmed. And he takes damage.
Just you wait till it just picks up its sword on its turn.
Well, yeah. It's picking up a sword, though. It's not hitting you.
Object interaction, I pick up my sword.
Anything else for you?
Yeah, I'll put my foot on its sword if I can. But other than that, no.
I'll let you do that. Yeah, as a bonus action you can do that.
Nice.
Cool. Mr. Xavier.
Got no sword?
No sword?
Yeah, sure. Disadvantage. And no cover? I don't even know. Fireball!
Let's go.
Oh. Oh well.
Yeah. Misses that one, I'm afraid.
Bonus action. I stand on the other end of the sword.
Sure.
Done.
And Caristione again, she just gestures her hands forward at Elwyn. She's like, why won't you let me help? I could end this. This Moss Lurker. Yeah, he's going to attempt to run away, so anyone that wants to make an opportunity attack may do so.
I hit him with my quarterstaff.
Go for it, Xavier. You've seen the one with the most beef at the moment.
I do, I think a D6 -1 damage?
Yeah.
1 second, it's shift for versatile, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah!
That's a miss. Anyone else want an opportunity attack?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys could actually do the damage now, please. That'd be great.
That's a miss from Eleanor.
Oh,
Mr.
It's a
Carbon,
miss
come
for Carl.
on!
Leokin,
I
do you
can
want
do
one?
it. Yeah.
Come on!
oh,
Hey, crit hit. Whoa.
wow.
Rerolling both the ones there. Pretty
Somebody's trying.
Actually,
I'm trying.
that fighting style pairs really nicely with getting a crit.
Leokin, how do you finish this guy off, I guess?
I just grab my sword out after I see what all my friends are doing. I just sort of just like try to just cut straight through his head.
Just nonchalantly after all their
Really?
efforts.
He
Yeah.
dodges a fireball, he dodges a rapier, he dodges a longsword, and then just cleaved.
Yeah.
We just overwhelmed him.
I like to think his legs keep running. It's just no top half anymore.
Yeah. You guys are able to defeat the last of these moss lurkers that you can see. Any initial actions or reactions, I guess?
Ow!
Run away.
I just look at Zerial and... Did you seriously hit me with the magic then?
Well, no, I didn't. I was looking down and I did it, and then I looked up and I saw you were next to me, so I didn't quite send as much your way. So I hope it didn't hurt too much, Mr.
Just-
Goblin.
I'm not even sure I felt it.
Well, that's quite all right then, isn't it? In
Just-
my defence, they snuck up on me.
Just be careful.
I couldn't smell them.
Oh dear. And then I'll look over at Leokin. You all right, lad?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Excellent.
I'll split this 2 gold 6 ways.
Oh, we got coin.
I don't know if that worked
Yeah.
because we all seem to receive 2 gold.
Yeah.
I did.
I did. Oh, yeah.
Oh, now I'm confused.
Fine, I can cope with that.
Should we quickly grab some of this stuff and get out of here?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll go over and pick up some of this nonsense wherever it was.
You learned nothing.
I'll be
You
fine.
wanders off on your own again.
You're picking some of this idle boar, are you?
I will. Let me think. Before I pick it up, fine. I have a plan. I thought about this. I will first poke it with my quarterstaff and
Yeah.
see if it explodes,
No, it doesn't explode.
and then I will take a piece of paper. I have like parchment on me. I'll take a piece of parchment and I'll hold it in my hand, and I'll grab the plant with the parchment hand, and I've got like a small dagger, and I take the dagger and I just cut it off at the stem. I'll just hold it in the parchment.
That's cool.
So I'm not actually touching it, just in case it does anything nasty.
Yeah.
Is there enough that I can grab like a couple of bits of it, or?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's plenty growing around here. Yeah.
I kind of look over then. How much am I getting? And do you reckon we can sell it?
Oh.
Well, we only need one bit to cure the people, so
Yeah, but if this stuff cures people, then cha-ching.
Good
you,
point.
you want to pick some plants. You go for it.
Yeah, I will gather, 5 or 6 more of these bits of it if I can.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah.
I'd bundle them up into a little roll of parchment if possible, so I don't have to deal with them and just kind of slide them slightly in my back, in my back, like in my rucksack.
Sounds good.
They look angry, by the way, that I didn't release her.
Frustrated, maybe more than anything, that she kept sort of pleading with both. Both you and Ella, and no one sort of responded.
I guess once the fight's over, I'll say like we couldn't risk you running away, could we?
I just come over here. What's going on? Why didn't you help?
She just doesn't really even respond. She just sort of looks down at the ground, almost
Dive
looks disappointed
over
with
there.
herself as much as anything, I guess.
Go on, let's get a move on.
Cool. I think that's probably a pretty good place to leave things.
Somebody heal me.
Absolutely not. You can suffer for the week.
I
heal you.
literally
I heal you.
one of those hits, that one hit, dealt half of my health. Like,
It's
I'll
literally
heal
your
you.
fault for getting
as
involved in
soon
the
as
fight.
that landed as the first hit, I was like, "Oh, this is bad."
I'd
This
heal
is
you if
real
I
bad.
could.
Realise
Nah.
you should be sending Carl into those sort of groups.
Yeah, but just it felt like an adventure.
They can hit hard, but their weapons are too big, so they roll everything with disadvantage.
Disadvantage, haven't they? Yeah.
That's quite cute.
Yeah, I like it.
Cool.
Write up my bird's character
Right.
description.
I'm gonna what bird?
Didn't we get a bird?
It's not our bird.
Not our bird.
It's now our bird.
It is now, yeah.
Yeah, we've claimed it.
To be fair, well, she's probably going to prison, so.
What's it called again? This stuff, this plant.
You-
Idle boar. EIDLEBOR.
Oh, I definitely spelt that wrong.
I messaged
Say again.
Cormac saying we got a bird without you killing it.
Idle boy, yeah.
We should all be on the same XP, right?
If everyone's been taking their XP, it gives you a chat
Oh,
card
were we
to
supposed
take
to
it
take
after
it?
each.
Yeah.
Wait,
Oh.
what? Oh, I did not know that was a thing we had to do.
I-
For what it's worth, I'm likely to be. I'll probably be leveling you up as a party at certain points anyway. I'm mostly tracking XP as a rough guide of where you are, but
Yeah, I do.
I was just more asking because I couldn't remember if I
Yeah, there's an
clicked
add button for-
the ad from the first one of today.
Got
What
Yeah.
what XP should you? What XP does everyone have?
189.
I'm on 2,108.
Well, I didn't even know there was an ad thing
So
till
I'm on 1,008
then.
1,939.
you wouldn't have
Yeah,
got any
two-
ones for last session because you wouldn't be on the map. But it doesn't. Like I say, it doesn't. I wouldn't stress it too much. Like I'm really just
Okay.
using it as a bit of a measure.
Right, but who's like who?
I believe
Yeah.
I've taken all of them.
I've got 2,189 as well, and I scrolled back and took the one from earlier.
I
Haven't
just
seen
changed
any
mine
from
to
the
2,000.
moss workers yet.
Can I change mine to 2,189? Is that possible?
Yeah,
Sam?
yeah. Like I say, it doesn't matter. It's so.
Cool.
You can put 5,000. I won't level you up.
Change it to 20,000.
I'm way much. I went up closer to level 4.
Yeah, we'll have some more of those guys. A couple more of them, and
Happy days.
I'll be able to get some fun stuff going on. Cool.
I do
Didn't
think
make-
that
make notes.
milestone leveling up is actually just better, isn't it?
I
I
think
It
so.
makes so much more sense. I think it's a brilliant idea.
You
Yeah.
just kind of follow on from like what the arcs that I'm doing it. Obviously, I'm doing tracking XP, but I am doing milestone for my game
Mm.
because it just kind of works a bit better. Of like, actually, you guys get to a point where it makes sense that you get halfway through an arc, or you get to the end of an arc. Well, actually, it's a good point to level up. So sure.
Yeah.
Right, sure. I think tracking XP, but like using it as a rough guide for milestone leveling is great.
Yeah, so like you guys were a couple of hundred XP short of leveling up to level 4 when you did in my game.
Yeah.
But you guys had just got into the town, found the dwarves that you've been sent there to find. It felt like a good place to do it. So like, sure.
Cool. Well, I'm going to shoot off because it's late.
Cool.
Good night, everyone.
Yeah,
I'll
good
see
shout,
you,
farewell.
see you shortly.
Oh, I'm also going to
Question.
take Libby a drink quickly. I'll be back.
Question, but